A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
The Jack Benny program, transcribed and presented by Lucky Strike.
Lucky's taste better,
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Lucky's taste better,
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. For Lucky Strike means fine tobacco, richer tasting, fine tobacco.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike.
This is Don Wilson, friends. As a smoker, you know how vitally important freshness is to your enjoyment of a cigarette. Well, the makers of Lucky's know that, too. That's why every pack of Lucky's is extra tightly sealed to keep in the better taste that has made Lucky's famous. Yes, any Lucky smoker will tell you that Lucky's taste better. Not only fresher, but cleaner and smoother, too. That's because fine, naturally mild, good-tasting tobacco goes into every Lucky. As you know, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. And Lucky's are definitely made better. Made round and firm and fully packed to draw freely and smoke evenly. Yes, fine tobacco in a better-made cigarette just naturally adds up to better taste for you. So next time you buy cigarettes, try a carton of Lucky Strike.
Lucky's taste better,
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike.
Program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis A., Bob Crosby, the Sportsman Quartet, and here's truly Don. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Easter Sunday, and in cities all over the country, people are parading. Right now in Beverly Hills, Jack is getting ready for his stroll down Wilshire Boulevard, as is his custom every Easter. At the moment, he's taking a shower, and Rochester is laying out his clothes.
Mr. Benny's been in that shower a long time. But he always stays in there pretty long. He'd get through sooner if he'd sing in the shower like everybody else instead of playing his violin. Well, it worked pretty clever the way he tied that brush on the end of his violin bow. I'll bet Hybrids can't play Love and Bloom and scrub his back at the same time.
Oh, Rochester.
Yes, boss?
I'm through with my shower. Hand me my towel.
Your towel?
All right, the Statler's. Don't be so technical when I'm freezing.
Here you are. And here's your shorts.
Thanks. See, that shower was invigorating. You know, Rochester, since I've been dieting, I feel like a new man. I look so much trimmer, don't I?
You look about the same to me, boss.
Oh, don't be silly. I bet I lost a lot of weight. I'll get on the scale and show you. Let's see, here's the card. Let me see what it says. You would be a financial success if you weren't such a spendthrift.
Oh, scale, calm down.
And here's my weight. 102 pounds. Rochester, this scale is way off.
I could have told you that when you read your fortune.
Never mind. Let's check this scale. Rochester, you get on. See how much you weigh, will you?
Okay, let's see if I got a penny. Yeah, here's one. Well, my weight is correct.
So what does the card say on the other side?
Let's see. Tell the previous spendthrift he put in a slug.
my scale. I can do what I want. Now, Rochester, did you lay out my clothes?
Yes, sir. Your blue suit is on the bed.
My blue suit? No, I wore that in the Easter parade last year. I better wear something else. Answer the door, Rochester. I'll pick out a suit.
Yes, sir.
Rochester always tries to make me look so conservative. This is the Easter parade. I should wear something springy. Let's see, what could I know, I'll wear my white suit. I bet it's as good as the year I put it away.
Boss, Miss Livingston is here.
Oh, yeah, she's walking in the Easter parade with me. Tell her I'll be right out.
Okay. What are you putting on that white suit for?
I'm going to wear it in the parade.
But, boss, I think the blue one would look a lot...
Rochester, I'm going to wear the white suit, and that settles it.
Okay.
Is he ready, Rochester?
He will be in a few minutes. Say, Miss Livingston, that's a beautiful dress you've got on.
Well, thank you, Rochester.
Hello, Mary. Happy Easter.
Happy. Jack, you're not going to wear that white suit.
Why not? What's wrong with it?
I haven't seen one like that since Admiral Byrd came back from the South Pole.
What are you talking about?
Well, if you're going to wear it, at least wipe that tomato soup satin off the lapel.
That tomato soup what? That tomato soup satin?
Tomato soup stain off the lapel.
Well, what for? From a distance, it'll look like a red carnation. Now, come on, Mary, let's go. See you later, Rochester.
Goodbye, boss. Goodbye, Miss Livingston.
Bye, Rochester. By the way, aren't you going out walking in the Easter parade?
Yeah, but first I got to make a call to a girl I have a blind date with. I got to tell her about a change in plans.
Change in plans?
Yeah, I told her to be on the corner of 6th and Central and look for a man wearing a white suit.
Oh, so that's why. Well, wear our blue one. It's your turn to be conservative. Come on, Mary, let's go.
Gee, there are a lot of people out walking on Wilshire Boulevard.
Yeah. You know, this is a wonderful time of the year. I know there's something in the air, a spirit of awakening, of romance. Makes me feel so young. And you know what they say, Mary? In the spring, a young man's fancy turns to love.
Give me your hand, Jack.
Gee, do you feel romantic, too?
No, we're coming to a curb, and I don't want you to fall on your face. Jack, look who's coming this way. Isn't that one of the boys in your Beavers Club?
Oh, yes. Oh, it's little Joey Hudson.
Well, hello, Joey.
Hello, Miss Livingston.
Hello, Joey.
Hello, Mr. Benny. Hey, dig that crazy carnation.
See, I told you, Mary.
Say, that's a mighty cute rabbit you have there.
Yes, it's my Easter bunny. I'm taking him over to Mr. Benny's house to feed him.
To my house to feed him? Why?
My father says he's got more lettuce than anyone in Beverly Hills.
Goodbye, Joey.
Goodbye, Miss Livingston. Goodbye, Mr. Benny.
Goodbye. You know, Mary, strolling down the boulevard today reminds me of that picture we saw a few years ago with Judy Garland and Fred Astaire.
Oh, you mean Easter parade?
Yeah, that's the one. Remember at the start of the picture when Fred was walking along Fifth Avenue singing that song, and the people answered him? How did that song go again?
Never saw such a lovely day. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
It's such fun just to nod and say Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
My, oh me, there's so much to see as you stroll the avenue. And you greet all the friends you meet.
Happy Easter to you.
Isn't it night, Mary? They all answered it, just like they did in the picture.
Yeah.
Say, Mary, isn't that Bob Crosby and his wife?
Where?
Walking on the other side of the street.
Oh, yes.
Well, hurry up. Let's cross the street and join them.
But, Jack, it's the Easter parade, and maybe they'd rather walk alone.
Oh, don't be silly, Mary. Bob would be insulted if he thought we saw him and didn't say hello.
Say, June, isn't that Mary Livingston across the street there?
Well, yes. It does look like Mary. But I wonder who that is with her.
Well, I don't know, but from here he looks like Admiral Byrd. Whatever he is, he's trying to attract our attention. He's waving his hand.
Now he's waving his hat.
Now he's waving his hair. It's Jack. Yeah, I'm amazed that he's this far down on Wilshire. He usually never gets past the California Bank.
Gee, Bob, I hope he doesn't join us.
Well, why?
Well, I like Jack. But look at the way he's dressed.
Well, just keep walking straight ahead, and we'll pretend that we haven't even seen him.
Oh, Bob! Bob!
Keep walking, honey. There are a lot of Bobs.
Oh, Bob Crosby!
Keep walking, honey. There's another Bob Crosby in Encino.
Oh, Bing's brother.
He's got me.
Well, hello, kids.
Why, Jack Benny of all people. Gee, what a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
Hello, Mary. Hello, June. Say, that's a beautiful outfit you've got on. That mink stole is just exquisite.
It sure is. Is it new?
Oh, no. Bob brought it for me when he was with Campbell's Soup.
With Campbell's Soup?
You know, the outfit that made your carnation.
Oh.
Well, we better be running along now.
Yes, Bob.
But aren't you going to walk with us?
Oh, gee, we'd love to, Jack, but the kids are home all alone. We just got to get back to them. See you later.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Walking with you side by side, happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Fills my chest with so much pride, happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
My, oh me, there's so much to see as you stroll the avenue. And you greet all the friends you meet. Happy Easter to you.
That was nice running into Bob and June.
Yes, it was.
Gee, what perfect weather. Spring, the skies are clear, the flowers are blooming, the sun is shining. Hey, look who's here, my violin teacher.
Bonjour, Monsieur Denis.
Well, Professor LeBlanc, this is the third year in a row we've met in the Easter parade.
You, I meet. Heifetz is always on the other side of the street.
What's the difference? We're both violinists.
Sacre bleu. If we were in France, I would challenge you to a duel.
Huh?
Yasha Heifetz. There is a musician. A man with a heart, with a soul. When he plays his violin, I hear birds in the trees, angels in paradise.
Well, what does it sound like when I play?
Riot in cell block 11.
Oh, by the way, Professor, this is Miss Livingston. She was at the house the last time you gave me a lesson. Remember?
How could I forget? She applied the tourniquet to my wrist.
Oh, yes, that was such an unfortunate accident.
Unfortunate? Yes. Accident? No.
Oh, Professor, you wouldn't do a thing like that on purpose.
Mademoiselle, when I go to give other people lessons, before I leave the house, I ask myself, have I got enough rosin? Have I got my violin stand? Have I got my music? When I go to Monsieur Denis, I ask myself only one question. How am I fixed for blades?
Now, just a second, Professor LeBlanc. Just what's wrong with my violin playing?
Oh, Monsieur Denis, if you and Kid Gavalan would only learn to use your right hand. Well, I must go now.
All right, Professor. Don't forget my lesson next Thursday, and have a nice Easter.
Goodbye, Monsieur Denis.
Goodbye. Mary, I can't understand why he hates to give me violin lessons.
I can't understand it either. You play beautifully.
Well, Huh? Mary, that was sweet. What made you say that?
Oh, I don't know. Just an impulse. Yesterday I kicked a cop in the pants.
Sometimes you have to let yourself go, you know. Anyway, Mary, we're certainly running into a lot of people we know, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bum-bum-ba-da-da-da-dum. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
You're so cute in that old white suit. Happy Easter.
Hey,
Happy Easter. My, oh me, there's so much to see as you stroll the avenue.
And you greet all the friends you meet.
Happy Easter to you.
Well, Don Wilson.
Hello, Jack. Hello, Mary.
Say, Don, would you like to walk down Wilshire Boulevard with us?
Oh, I'd love to, Mary, but I'm on the other side of the street.
Oh, yes. Lift your stomach, Don. Here comes a bus. See you later. Come on, Mary. Bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Say, Mary, have you got a cigarette?
Oh, sure, Jack. I have some right here. Oh, gee, I forgot to put them in my purse.
Well, here's a drugstore. I'll step in and get some.
Okay.
Oh, clerk.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you? Ways of words, shaving cream, Kleenex.
No. I'd like to buy some...
Magazines, aspirin, sunglasses, white savers.
No. All I want is...
Seltzer, Tootsie Rolls, whiting papers.
I can't go into one store. Hold it, mister, hold it. As long as you're guessing and playing games, I'll give you a hint as to what I want. Now, what do you do that relaxes you and gives you pleasure?
I take off my girdle. What do you do?
Well, if you must know, I smoke a Lucky Strike.
Oh, why didn't you say so? You want to pack a Lucky Strike?
Yeah.
Here you are.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Wait a minute. Don't go yet.
Huh?
Aren't you going to open your pack of Luckies here?
Well, if you want me to, certainly. There you are. Goodbye.
Not yet.
Oh.
Aren't you going to take out a Wookie and tear it down the center?
But...
I make all my customers do it.
Well, okay. There.
See how the tobacco holds together? Wookies are made from long strands of fresh, clean, good-tasting tobacco. That's why Wookie Strikes are my favorite brand.
Well, good. And thank you for showing me. Happy Easter.
Jack, you got the cigarette?
Yes. Come on, Mary. Let's keep walking.
Never saw such a lovely day. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
It's such fun just to nod and say Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
My, oh me, there's so much to see as you stroll the avenue.
And you greet all the friends you meet.
Happy Easter to you.
Well, Mr. Kitzel! Mr. Kitzel, it's nice running into you today.
Unusual pleasure, Mr. Benny. And how are you, Miss Livingstone?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you.
Mr. Kitzel, you certainly look nice in those striped pants, cutaway coat, and top hat.
Thank
It's
you.
just right for Easter.
Oh, thank you. But you know, I'm also wearing it for sentimental reasons.
Oh.
This is the suit in what I got married.
Oh, when you got married?
Yes.
See, that must have been about 20 years ago.
Yeah, funny how a little thing like that sticks with you.
Yes.
Oh, my, I'll never forget that ceremony. When they said, if anyone has any objection to this marriage, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Yes?
A voice from the back hollered, don't marry her.
Oh, my goodness, who was it?
Me, I'm a ventriloquist.
Oh, Mr. Kitzel, you're joking.
Unfortunately.
Oh, well, Mr. Kitzel, it was a pleasure running into you on Easter, but we've got to be moving along.
Goodbye, Mr. Benny.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr. Kitzel.
Goodbye.
You know, Mary, it's always nice running into Mr. Kitzel. He seems so cheerful and... Hey, look, Mary, there's a photographer taking pictures of couples down the street.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to have him take our picture.
Oh, no, Jack. I'm not going to have a picture taken with you wearing that suit.
All right, I'll have one taken myself. Oh, Mister. I'd like to have my picture taken.
Well, good. Just stand over there, Admiral.
I'm not Admiral Byrd. Now, how would you like me to pose?
Well, first I'd better line you up. There, that does it. Now, would you mind rolling your trousers up above the knees?
Why, do you want to see my legs in the picture?
No, but the less I get of that suit, the better.
Now, wait a minute. I've had enough insults from you.
Hold still. I've got you in focus. Now, open your mouth and smile.
Like this?
Righter.
Why do you want my mouth open so wide?
The less I get of that face, the better, too.
Now, cut that out. If you're a photographer, I'm a monkey's uncle.
You have a penis.
Come on, Mary. I'll get my picture taken some other time. How a guy like that ever expects people...
Jack, roll down your pants leg.
Well, come on, Mary. We'll walk as far as La Brea.
Bud. Bud.
Huh?
Come here a minute.
Me?
Yeah.
Excuse me, Mary. Yes?
What are you doing?
We're just strolling along in the Easter parade.
How far you going?
To La Brea.
That's fine.
What?
You said you was going to La Brea, and I said that's fine.
Well, wait a minute. Aren't you going to try to talk me out of it?
Not me. This is my day off.
Oh.
Well, happy Easter.
Well, same to you. Same to you. Come on, Mary.
What happened?
Nothing. It's all right. We can go to La Brea. Come on.
Never saw such a lovely day. Happy Easter. It's such fun just to nod and say Happy Easter.
And you greet all the friends you meet.
Happy Easter to you.
Dennis!
Hello, Dennis.
Hello, Mary.
Hey, Dennis, you having a nice Easter?
Oh, sure. I colored Easter eggs all morning, and then I hid them.
Uh-huh.
And then I told my mother to go look for them.
Ooh, that must have been fun.
Oh, no, it was a mess. The eggs splattered all over my mother's new dress, her 2 nightgowns, and 6 of my father's shirts.
Well, Dennis, where'd you hide the eggs?
In the washing machine.
In the washing machine?
Yeah, it was awful.
Dennis, I don't understand this. Colored Easter eggs shouldn't splatter. How long did you boil them?
Oh, boil them! Dennis, Jack and I are walking down as far as La Brea. Would you like to join us?
Sure, I'm not stuck up.
Well, that's mighty decent of you.
Say, Dennis, while we're walking along, why don't you sing something?
Well, do you think it'll be all right? I mean, here on the street?
Well, sure. Everybody feels good today. It's Easter. They're all singing.
Okay. In your Easter bonnet with all the frills upon it, you'll be the grandest lady in the Easter parade. I'll be all in clover, and when they look you over, I'll be the proudest fellow in
The photographers will snap us, and you'll find that you're in the rotogravure. Oh, I could write a sonnet about your Easter bonnet and of the girl I'm taking to the Easter parade. On the avenue, Fifth Avenue, the photographers will snap us, and you'll find that you're in the rotogravure. Oh, I could write a sonnet about your Easter bonnet and of the girl I'm taking to the Easter
Ladies and gentlemen, one tiny burning ember from a campfire, a lighted and discarded match, or cigarette left to smolder or thrown from a car window can cause a frightfully destructive forest fire. So help prevent forest fires that destroy millions of acres of timberland, cripple watersheds, and blast our natural resources that are so urgently needed. Remember, only you can prevent forest fires. Thank you. Jack will be back in just a minute, but first, a word from the sweetheart of Lucky Strike.
Hi, friends. This is Dorothy Collins. I'd like to take a minute of your time to talk about taste. Isn't it true that you enjoy a good, say, steak dinner because of the way it tastes? Well, I think the same goes for a cigarette. You like it because of the way it tastes. Really, friends, smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And the fact of the matter is, Lucky's taste better. Here's why this is true. First, LSMFT. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Naturally mild, good-tasting tobacco. And second, Lucky's are made better to taste better. Made round and firm and fully packed, made to draw freely and smoke evenly when you light one up. Think of it. Fine tobacco in a truly better-made cigarette. Don't you think a cigarette like that will bring you all the smoking enjoyment you could possibly want? Try a carton of Lucky's soon. You'll see that smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And the fact of the matter is, Lucky's taste better. So you be happy. Go Lucky. Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. For Lucky Strike means fine tobacco, richer tasting. Fine tobacco.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike. Lucky Strike.
Is that you, boss?
Yes, Rochester, I'm back.
How was the Easter parade?
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Everybody was dressed so nice. I ran into so many people I know. You know, I walked so far my feet hurt.
They do?
Yes. I think I'll soak them in some hot water. Bring me that big pan in the kitchen.
I'm sorry, boss, but somebody else is already using that pan.
Who?
The sound man. His feet hurt worse than yours.
Oh, yes. Good night, folks.
The Jack Benny program is written by Sam Perrin, Milt Josephsberg, George Balzer, John Tackerberry, Al Gordon, Hal Goldman, and produced and transcribed by Hilliard Marks. The Jack Benny program is brought to you by Lucky Strike, product of the American Tobacco Company, America's leading manufacturer of cigarettes.
Stay tuned for Amos and Andy, following immediately over most of these stations. This is the CBS Radio Network.
And KNX AM and FM Los Angeles. Art Frost, 100 Cars.
The Jack Benny Program, transcribed and presented by Lucky Strike.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. For Lucky Strike means fine tobacco, richer tasting. Fine tobacco.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike. Lucky Strike.
This is Don Wilson, friends. Say, if you like poetry, here's something that may give you a little chuckle. Listen. I like the cigarette I smoke, a statement free from bunk or hoke. There is no reason for it, brother, except I don't like any other. That's straight from the typewriter of H.I. Phillips, the noted syndicated columnist. It's part of a statement that Mr. Phillips made regarding the cigarette he smokes, Lucky Strike. In another part of the statement, he said, "Long ago, I found Lucky's had the taste that suited me, and I've stuck to them through the years. I smoke Lucky Strike for enjoyment and relaxation." End of quote. Yes, indeed, the word enjoyment. That's the main thing you smoke for. Well, smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And the fact of the matter is, Lucky's taste better. They just have to, because they're made of fine tobacco, and they're made better. For quite some time now, we've been asking smokers to be happy, go Lucky. If you haven't tried Lucky's, why not take care of that next time you buy cigarettes? Believe me, Lucky's do taste better.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike. Lucky Strike.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go back to Saturday noon. The cast of the Jack Benny Show has just completed rehearsal and are now walking to the corner drugstore for a light lunch.
Now, Jack, I thought the rehearsal went well.
Yes, Bob, it sounds like a real funny show.
Yeah, funny.
And remember, fellas, next week's rehearsal has been changed to Friday.
Oh, gee, that's too bad.
What's the matter, Bob?
Well, I made an appointment to go up to Pebble Beach and play golf with my brother Bing.
Bing who?
Bing Crosby.
Name dropper.
Dennis, please. Bob, you can miss rehearsal. All right, kid, let's wait for the light to change before we cross the street.
I'm going to cross.
Hey, Don, the light's against you.
Oh, I don't care.
But, Don, here comes a big truck.
He'll just have to take his chances like everybody else.
Well, that's... Uh-oh, the lights changed.
Come on, kids, let's cross.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Don, if I told you once, I told you 100 times. Stop stepping on those MGs. Walk over them. Not funny. Now, come on, let's all go in the drugstore.
Hey, fellas, here's a vacant table over here.
I'm right with you, Don.
Yeah, this is fine. Let's see, where's the waitress? Oh, there she is. I'll call her. Oh, Miss. Miss.
What do you want, Mac?
We'd like to order. Can we have some menus?
We ain't got no menus.
Now, how do we know what you're serving?
It's painted on the window outside.
You mean before I can order something to eat, I have to walk all the way outside?
Yeah, and if you're smart, you'll keep walking.
Well, I don't need a menu. All I want is a Swiss cheese sandwich and a glass of milk.
Yeah, I'll have a chicken sandwich and coffee.
Now, let's see. What do I want? Oh, miss, does this month have an R in it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have an oyster malted milk.
Go ahead, miss. Bring the order.
You mean you're going to let him eat that?
Certainly, it may make him sick. Now, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be right back with your food.
Hey, wait a minute, miss. You forgot to take my order.
Oh, yeah. What'll you have? CinemaScope.
Now, wait a minute, miss. Why is it every time I come in here you make remarks about my being fat?
Because you are fat.
Well, you can forget it once in a while. Imagine you've seen fatter people than me.
Yeah, but I had to buy a ticket.
Don, why don't you order and stop being so sensitive?
Oh, okay. Miss, I'll have a hot roast beef sandwich and mashed potatoes.
I'll be right back.
Don, I wouldn't argue with that girl if I were you. She's not just a waitress, she's in pictures, too. Her last picture was Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. She was the gentleman. Played it well, too.
Say, fellas, while we're waiting, I'm going over to the drug counter.
Oh, I'll go with you, Don. I got to get some stuff, too.
Say, Bob, I'm kind of glad we're alone for a second. I want to talk to you privately.
Well, what about?
Well, during rehearsal, I noticed you bawling Frankie Remley out. Now, what did he do this time?
Oh, Frankie really aggravates me, Jack. The way he throws his money around, he never saves anything.
Gee, I didn't know that.
Yeah, if it weren't for me, he wouldn't have the necessities of life, like room, board, and bail.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, hasn't Frankie put anything aside for a rainy day?
Not a dime. That's why last week I secretly took out a life insurance policy on him, and I didn't tell him a thing about it.
On Remley? You mean you forged his ex? I mean, is that legal?
Well, certainly I can do that. It's in our contract.
Oh, well, that was nice of you. What kind of a policy did you take out on Frankie?
Well, I've insured him against sickness, accident, and the electric chair.
You're kidding.
Oh, I got the same policy on all the boys in the band.
All the boys in the band are insured against the electric chair?
Yeah, Sammy the drummer isn't really bald. He's just ready.
Well, what do you know? Gee, I wonder if I could get a policy for my writers. Oh, well. Oh, Don, did you get what you wanted?
Yeah, Jack.
Hey, you're just in time. Here comes the girl with the food.
Here's your grub, boys.
Oh, waitress.
Yeah?
Shouldn't there be some gravy on these mashed potatoes?
There was, but after 3 days, it soaks in.
Don, don't start anything. Let's just eat what we've got if we can eat now.
Okay.
Say, I'd like a little music while we're having lunch. Miss, if I gave you a dime, would you put it in the jukebox?
If you gave me a dime, I'll do a floor show myself.
All right, all right.
I'll go pick out a number, Mr. Benny.
Hey, Dennis, see if you can find a Bing Crosby record.
Why should I help him? He's got 5 homes already.
All right, play one of your own records.
Okay. Oh, here's one.
Someone who kissed me and held me closely, then stole my heart. Wanted someone I trusted, who gave no warning we'd ever part. She was last seen hiding out in someone's arms. He knew nothing of the danger in her charms. A jury may find her guilty, but I'd forgive her if I could see a signed confession that she's repented and really wanted no one but me. Yes, I'd forgive her if I I could see a signed confession that she's repented and really wanted no one but me.
Dennis, that's a real good record.
Thank you.
By the way, kid, I've never asked you this before, but when you record a song, how much do they pay you?
3 cents for every record they sell.
Hey, that doesn't sound like much, does it, Jack?
No, but when you consider that there are 160 million people in the United States, and if each one of them bought Dennis's record, he'd make, let's see, 3 times 160 million. Why, Dennis, you'd make nearly $5 million.
If this is a build-up to stick me with the lunch check, you're wasting your time.
I'm not trying to stick you with anything.
Hey, let's get the check and get out of here, huh?
Yeah, here comes the waitress now.
Are you clowns through stuffing yourselves?
Miss, I'll take the check.
Here you are.
Well, let's see. Okay, here. This takes care of the bill. And this is a tip for you.
Oh, Bowie, a quarter. Now I get a chance with Rubarosa.
Come on. Why do we come in this drugstore? Come on, fellas, let's go.
Yeah, it's getting late, and I want to go to a movie tonight.
Now, wait a minute, Dennis. I got a better idea. Why don't you all come over to my house, and we'll play some four-handed gin rummy.
Hey, yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
I'm sorry, fellas, I can't make it. Tonight's the night I just can't make it.
Tonight's the night you what, Don?
Oh, I'd rather not tell you, Jack. You'd think I'm being silly.
No, we won't, Don. What is it?
Well, tonight I'm visiting a medium. We're holding a seance.
Don, you're kidding. A seance? You don't believe in things like that, do you?
Well, sure I do. I've been there several times before. In fact, last time I went, the medium put me in a trance.
A real trance, Don?
Yeah, she whispered several mystic words, used a little hypnotism, then everything went black. And my spirit flew out of my body.
Not flew, Don. Waddled. Believe me. But, Don, do you really believe in things like this?
Well, I don't know why you're so amazed, Jack. A lot of people do. I do, too.
Oh, well, look, fellas, if you all seem to believe in it, I've got a good idea. Instead of playing cards at my house tonight, let's have a seance.
Okay, that's fine. I'll bring the medium.
All right, boys. Now, see you all at my house at 8 o'clock.
Is that you, Mr. Benny?
Yes, Rochester, where are you?
Right here in the kitchen. I'm turning the clock ahead an hour.
Oh, yes, it's daylight savings time. You know, I like daylight savings time.
Well, it doesn't make any difference to me what the clock says.
What do you mean?
Since I've been working for you, I'm a dawn to dusk man.
Oh, Rochester, stop complaining. You don't work so hard.
I don't, eh? I got housemaid's knee clear up to the hip.
Well, look, Rochester, if you think that... Come in. Don, it's not 8 o'clock yet. What are you doing here so early?
Well, Jack, right after I left you, I ran into the Sportsman Quartet, and they have a number they want to do on your show, and it needs a good rehearsal.
What's that got to do with me?
In the number, you play your violin.
My violin? Oh, well, good. Rochester, where's my violin?
In the case.
All right, Don, I'll be ready in a minute. What number am I going to play with the quartet?
The Saber Dance.
The Saber Dance?
Yeah, here's your music.
Okay, let's take it.
You've heard us sing about them, you should never be without them. Better buy Lucky's, better buy Lucky's, better try Lucky's, better try Lucky's. It's a cigarette that you will like. You better hurry, you don't want us all to worry. Hurry up, buy 'em, hurry up, try 'em. Look at your missing, hurry up and try a Lucky Strike. You will enjoy them, it's true. Lucky's taste better, yes, really they do. This is a smoother smoke, sure to please particular folk. Lucky Strikes are made of that fine and that light mass of tobacco. You don't know what you're missing if you've not been smoking this, and hurry up now and buy a carton. That should be enough to start on. You won't get a better cigarette. We know you like a Lucky Strike. Lucky Strike's the only smoke for me. Now before we finish, there is one more thing to say, and this is it. Don't you think that Benny has improved his fiddle playing quite a bit?
Don, that was swell. Gee, I had a lot to do. You know, I like to do that kind of a number where I have a chance to play my violin, and I'll bet it sells Lucky Strikes, too.
Oh, it does, Jack. It does.
You know something, Don? A lot of people think I can't play the violin because I kid a lot. But I have good technique, nice tone, and as a matter of fact, I consider myself quite an accomplished musician.
I'd like to go on there with our Murrow's program and answer that.
Well, Jack, the sportsman and I have to run along. I'll see you at 8 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, 8 o'clock. Don't forget to bring the medium. We're going to have our seance.
I won't. So long.
So long, Don. Well, Don, we're all here, and the medium hasn't arrived yet.
Don't worry. She'll be here soon, Jack.
Hey, by the way, what's her name, Don?
Madam Zimba.
Gee, that's a silly name.
What's silly about it? And listen, Dennis, a seance is a very serious thing. So I don't want you doing anything stupid.
Oh, I won't, and I'm very glad to be here. And I hope Madam Zimba can contact Sherlock Holmes.
Why?
I want to find out who stole the ding-dong. Dennis, young in head. Listen to me. I don't want you...
Oh, that must be Madam Zimba now.
I'll get it. Good evening.
Good evening. I am Madam Zimba.
Come in. Madam Zimba, we're expecting you. Madam Zimba, my name is Jack Benny. Oh, gentlemen, this is Madam Zimba.
How do you do, Hello.
Well, shall we go on with the seance?
Yes. And let me say that the signs all go well for this evening. Tonight, a small comet will cross the Earth's orbit. This is fortunate.
Well, are comets good for seances?
Yes. In fact, when the tremendous Halley's Comet passes close to the Earth, seances are at their best.
But that only happens about once a century.
That's right. You know, the last time it was visible from the Earth was in 1910.
Oh, did you see Halley's Comet, Mr. Benny?
Twice. Keep quiet. What's that?
I am ready. It's time to start. Now, everybody sit down. Form a circle and hold hands.
Come on, fellas. Come on, let's do it.
And now I repeat the mystic incantation. And then Wait a minute.
What's wrong?
There are only 5 of us here. To contact the spirits of the dead, I need a secret circle of 6.
Gee, what are we going to do?
Oh, I know who to get. Oh, Rochester. Rochester.
Yes, Mr. Benny?
Rochester, we're holding a seance, but we need 6 people before we can contact the spirits. So you're going to join us.
Oh, me?
Yes, you. Look, Rochester, if you're afraid, you don't have to be. A seance is a perfectly normal experience. People have seances every night when they contact the dead. Now sit down and join us. Wouldn't you like to talk to the spirits?
Not until I'm one of them.
Madam Zimba, maybe you can convince them.
I'll try. Look, there's nothing to be afraid of. And it'll be an interesting experience. You'll meet the spirits of so many famous people who have passed on.
Lady, I don't want to meet nobody I can't shake hands with.
Rochester, stop worrying and sit down. Now, let's start. I'll put out the lights. There we are. Proceed, Madam Simba.
Oh, spirits, we are ready. Oh, spirits of the netherworld, wherever you are, whatever you are doing, I, Madam Zimba, command your presence. Now we mortals will sit in complete silence and wait. Look! I think we've contacted the spirit world. There's something white coming in through the window.
I'll go fix you a sandwich, boss.
Sit down.
Yes, you're breaking the mood. Oh, spirits, come in. Come through the great cosmos, through the unknown, and visit with us. Quiet, everybody. I've made a contact. Come in.
I am here with a message.
Who is it?
It's not for you.
If it's for me, tell him to slip it under the door.
Sit down.
It's not for you either. I have contacted the spirit of Dennis Day's great-grandfather.
Gee. Dennis, me boy, I've been watching you all your life, and I've waited all these years to contact you. Come closer to me boy.
Okay.
A little closer.
Yes, sir.
A little closer.
Here I am.
How can a ghost do that?
There's no explanation to the mysteries of the outer world. Wait a minute. I've made another contact. It's a famous spirit. One who's been trying to speak to you, Mr. Benny.
Me?
Yes. It's the spirit of Diamond Jim Brady.
Gosh. Diamond Jim Brady.
Jack Benny. I want to talk to you, Jack Benny.
I'm here, Jim.
Jack, I've been watching over you for many years, and you've been a big disappointment to me. You've gone against all the things I've stood for.
Slap him.
Dennis, be quiet. What were you saying, Jim?
You've amassed a great share of worldly goods, and yet you persist with your penny-pinching ways.
But...
No buts. Why don't you live a little? Spend! Be like I was. I spent my money lavishly. Whenever I walked into a nightclub or restaurant, I'd pick up every check in the place. I had fun.
That's fun? I never thought of it that way.
Well, think, man, think. And believe me when I tell you, Jack Benny, you should spend because you can't take it with you.
Are you sure?
None of us were able to, but the odds up here are 10 to 1 you'll find a way.
Look, Mr. Brady.
I must leave now, but remember my advice. Spend.
The seance is over.
Well, what'd you think of it, Jack?
It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. And you want to know something, fellas? It made me see the light. I'm going to change my ways. Starting immediately, everybody on my show will get a raise. And Rochester, you're getting one, too.
Gee, thanks, boss.
In fact, I'm going to the next room and phone my business manager and tell him all about your raises right now. Excuse me.
Well, how did it go, Mr. Wilson?
Fine. You were perfect. You did a great job of acting. Well, I thought we all played our parts great.
Who's the smart aleck that slapped me?
It doesn't make any difference. Everyone acted great, especially you, Rochester, the way you pretended to be scared.
Wasn't I good?
You certainly were. That was a wonderful idea. We finally got Jack to loosen up.
Well, fellas, it's all fixed.
Did you talk to your business manager?
I sure did. He also manages the man who played the ghost, so none of you are getting raises. Better luck next time, fellas.
Jack will be back in just a minute, but first a word to cigarette smokers.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. For Lucky Strike means fine tobacco, richer tasting, fine tobacco.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike.
You know, friends, like so many of the best things in life, smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And as many millions of smokers have discovered for themselves, the fact of the matter is, Lucky's taste better. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Sure they do, for two mighty good reasons. The first one is that Lucky's are made of fine, naturally mild, good-tasting tobacco. Practically the whole world knows LS-MFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. And then, Lucky's are made better to taste better. Put the two together, fine tobacco in a better cigarette, and you just naturally get better taste. So, friends, why don't you and Lucky's get together real soon? Be happy. Go Lucky. Go out and buy a carton. You'll find out Lucky's honestly do taste better.
Be happy, go Lucky, get better taste today.
You know, Rochester, even though you fellas all framed this seance, it was kind of interesting at that.
Well, boss, you're not mad that we tricked you, are you?
No, not at all.
You mean it, boss?
Rochester, I rather enjoyed it.
Why?
I was the one that slapped Dennis. Good night, folks.
The Jack Benny program is written by Sam Perrin, Milt Joseph Clerk, George Walter, John Tackerberry, Al Gordon, Hal Goldman, and produced and transcribed by Hilliard Marks. The Jack Benny program is brought to you by Lucky Strike, product of the American Tobacco Company, America's leading manufacturer of cigarettes.
This is the CBS Radio Network. KNX Radio, Los Angeles.
The Jack Benny Program, transcribed and presented by Lucky Strike.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. For Lucky Strike means fine tobacco, richer tasting, fine tobacco.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike.
This is Don Wilson, friends. Say, if you like poetry, here's something that may give you a little chuckle. Listen. I like the cigarette I smoke, a statement free from bunk or hoke. There is no reason for it, brother, except I don't like any other. That's straight from the typewriter of H.I. Phillips, the noted syndicated columnist. It's part of a statement that Mr. Phillips made regarding the cigarette he smokes, Lucky Strike. In another part of the statement, he said, "Long ago, I found Lucky's had the taste that suited me, and I've stuck to them through the years. I smoke Lucky Strike for enjoyment and relaxation." End of quote. Yes, indeed, the word enjoyment. That's the main thing you smoke for. It is all a matter of taste. And the fact of the matter is, Lucky's taste better. They just have to, because they're made of fine tobacco, and they're made better. For quite some time now, we've been asking smokers to be happy, go Lucky. If you haven't tried Lucky's, why not take care of that next time you buy cigarettes? Believe me, Lucky's do taste better.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight Jack Benny does another television program with his guest star, David Niven. Meanwhile, we have a radio show to do. So we bring you a man whose name for years has been the epitome of show business. A man who went from Waukegan to vaudeville.
From vaudeville to pictures.
From pictures to radio.
From radio to television.
And now, since he has no place else to go, would you please let him come into your home for just a half hour? Thank you. And here he is, Jack Benny.
Thank you. Hello again. This is Jack Benny talking, and kids, you're absolutely right. I have been in show business a long time.
That's right. There aren't many performers who've been in the public eye as long as Jack.
Certainly. Let's face it, I'm a popular star. I mean, everybody knows me.
Oh, sure. A couple of months ago, you were on What's My Line, and nobody guessed who you were.
Oh, was Jack the mystery guest?
No, they were looking right at him.
What are you laughing at?
When you walked past the panel, they thought you were Hildegard.
Well, anyway, we've got a show to do, so let's get on. Let's get on with... Oh, for goodness sake, what's all that racket? Hey, Bob Crosby, what's going on over there?
Oh, those are the carpenters, Jack. They're remodeling the studio.
Who authorized that?
Well, I don't know, but the boys in the band thought the acoustics could be improved, so they all chipped in their own money to have it done.
Why?
Well, last week the police were practically at the door before they heard the sirens.
The police? What do they want?
Well, they've been suspicious of Remley's electric guitar.
His electric guitar?
Mm-hmm. So they followed the cord, and at the other end they found a telephone and a bookie.
Well, I hope this teaches them a lesson. He's always trying to figure out some way to bet on the horses.
I bet on the Kentucky Derby yesterday.
You did, Dennis?
Yeah, and then I went home and watched it on television.
When'd your horse come in?
On the 10 o'clock news. Boy, was he late.
Oh, fine.
The horse I like came in second. How did you have it figured, Jack?
Well, I didn't bet on the Derby, and I didn't watch it.
Oh, but Jack, the Kentucky Derby's the biggest race of the year.
Look, Don, you can have your Derby and your Preakness and your Gold Cup and all the rest of them. Horse racing happens to leave me cold.
Say, Mary, what's the matter with him?
Oh, don't mind him, Don. He went out with us to Santa Anita 3 months ago. He lost. He's been upset ever since.
Mary, I'm not upset, and I never was upset over losing.
Oh, you weren't, eh? John, you should have seen the way Jack moped all the way home from Santa Anita.
Really, Mary? What happened?
Oh.
Well, Jack won on the 6th race, but he lost it all back and a little more on the last 2. When the races were over, Jack, Dennis, and I were riding home in Jack's car. Rode for about 15 minutes in silence. Gee, it's fun going to races once in a while.
Yeah, I had a wonderful time. How much did you lose, Mr. Benny?
Oh, only $4.75. It was nothing.
Well, Jack, I'm glad to see you taking it like such a good sport.
Of course, Mary. What's $4.75? It's just the deposits on 237 Coca-Cola bottles. That's all. Da-dee-da-dee-da-dum, da-dee-da-dum, da-dum, da-dee-da-dum. How'd you make out, Dennis?
I won $8.
Oh, you won, huh? Well, I only lost $4.75. Did you win, Mary?
No, I lost $12.
Good. I mean, that's too bad.
Jack, I think you really are mad because you lost.
Oh, don't be silly, Mary. It doesn't bother me at all. Easy come, easy go. Now, let's forget it. Da-da-dee-da-dum, da-dee-da-dum, da-dee-da-da-da-dum. Rochester, did you lose much?
No, boss, I won $29.
Look, Rochester, you have no business betting on the races because you can't afford to lose.
But, boss, I told you I won.
All right. Just watch your driving.
Look, Jack, if losing bothers you so much, we won't discuss the races anymore.
Mary, I had completely forgotten about that $4.75 till you brought it up. Now, let's not mention it again. Da-da-da-da-dum, da-da. Da-da-da-dum. Da-dum, da-dee-da-da-dum. Da-da-da-dum. The only thing on my mind now is that I want to get home for dinner by 6 o'clock.
What time is it now?
4:75. I mean, 5:30. Now, look, once and for all, let's drop the subject.
You know, Jack, it was nice running into Benita and Ronald Coleman at the races.
Yeah, Ronnie won money, too, and he had the most peculiar system. You know, he'd only bet on the English horses. Rochester, can you drive a little faster?
I'll try. Say, Mr. Benny, can I have tonight off?
I guess so. Why?
Well, I won $29 at the track, and I feel lucky. I thought I might go to the lodge and get into a poker game with some fellas.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I can win another $71, which will give me an even 100. And if I had $100 after all these years, I could propose to my girlfriend.
Wait a minute, Rochester. You mean to say that this would be the first time you've had $100?
This is the first time I've had 29.
Well, you should be a little more thrifty.
Are you going with the same girl, Rochester?
Yes, ma'am. Susie.
Gosh, you've been going with her for so many years. Tell me, Rochester, what does she look like?
Well, every time I look at her, I think of Lena Horne.
Oh, is she that beautiful?
No, I just like to think of Lena Horne.
Rochester, please pay attention to your driving, will you? I'm tired and I'm anxious to get home.
Yes, sir.
That's better.
Gee, we sure must be going fast. The foxtail just blew off the radiator cap. Lucky I caught it.
That's not a foxtail, and put it back on my head. Oh, Rochester, there's a man standing there motioning for us to stop. Pull over at the curb.
Okay.
Yes?
Mister, do you know how to get to the public library?
No, I don't.
Well, you go back 2 blocks, turn left, and you can't miss it.
Well, that's the silliest thing I ever heard. Drive on, Rochester. Gee, I'm getting kind of thirsty.
Oh, if you're thirsty, Jack, there's an orange juice stand right up ahead.
Oh, yeah, look at that sign. All the orange juice you can drink for 10 cents.
Rochester!
Don't look at me, Mr. Benny. Stepped on the brake.
From the back seat yet.
Well, all right, I'm thirsty.
Say, Jack, isn't that Bob Crosby and Charlie Bagby, our piano player over there?
Yeah.
Say, Charlie, how'd you make out at the races today?
Great. I won $90. $190. Big show off.
Hey, what's eating him, Mary? What's wrong with Bagby winning $90?
Oh, nothing, Bob. Jack's just upset because he lost $4.75. He even got mad at the horse.
I was not mad at the horse.
Then why did you shove your hand down his throat to get your lump of sugar back?
Oh, stop. I was cold. Now, look, kid. Now, look, kids, I don't want to hear any more about my losing money. It isn't such a terrible thing.
Well, Jack, hey, kid.
Oh, it's John Wilson.
Oh, yeah. John, what are you doing out this way?
Well, it's such a nice day, I thought I'd take the Sportsman Quartet out for a ride.
Taking the quartet for a ride? Where's your car?
No car, piggyback.
Oh, yes, the tenor's sitting on the rumble seat. Hello, fellas. Say, Don, have you and the boys thought about a commercial for Sunday?
Oh, no, we haven't, Jack, but we'll work on it as soon as we get home.
Say, I know a song we can all sing for a commercial.
You do?
Yes, Clancy Lowered the Boom.
Dennis, you've done that so many times. And anyway, I don't think that would make a good commercial.
Oh, yes, it will, and I've got parts for all of us. Here, this is the quartet's part. This is yours, Mary. And here's yours, Don, and Bob, and Rochester. Come on, let's go.
Wait a minute, there's no part for me.
Well, you do your part on the violin.
But I haven't got my violin here.
Good. Well.
You'll take over my whole show pretty soon. That's all I need.
Come on, let's sing it.
Okay.
Oh, Clancy was a peaceful man, if you know what I mean. The cops picked up the pieces after Clancy left the scene. He never looked for trouble, that's a fact you can assume. Nevertheless, when trouble would press, Clancy lowered the boom.
Oh, the Clancy! Oh, the Clancy! Whenever they got his Irish up, Clancy lowered the boom, 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 boom.
Now, Mr. Benny's very good at telling jokes and such. In fact, he's good at everything except perhaps a touch. One day I asked to borrow 10, 'twas then I sealed my doom. I reached for the cash and quick as a flash, Benny lowered the boom.
If ever you look in his pocketbook, Benny will lower the boom, 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 boom.
Now they can kid him all they please by saying that he's tight, but they should see him when he buys his dinner every night. He gives the girl $1, so you may think it strange, although the next time he tells her to keep the change.
Oh, that Benny, if ever he takes a $1.50, you know we're in for a boom, 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 boom.
I went to Mr. Benny's house and walked in through the door. There at my feet, a $1 bill was lying on the floor. I looked around but couldn't see nobody in the room. So trusting my luck, I reached for the buck, then someone lowered the boom.
That's the Benny, that's the Benny. He scratches the middle of some poor fiddle and calls it love and boom, 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 boom.
Now, when you want a cigarette, here's something I suggest. Why don't you light a Lucky Strike? You know you want the best. They're made of fine and light tobacco, that you will agree. So listen to Jack and buy a pack of LSMFT.
All those Luckies, all those Luckies. Be happy and go with Luckies, you know they'll chase away your boom, 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 boom.
Sure, and Clancy smokes them because they're cleaner, fresher, smoother, and better taste them, too.
was very, very cute. I love those special lyrics. Now, come on, kids. Let's all have some orange juice.
Well, I've got to run along, Jack. I'll see you later.
Okay. Hey, Bob. Bob, wait a minute. Say, Mary, watch me catch him. Oh, Bob.
Yeah, Jack?
Do you know how to get to the public library?
Well, sure. You go back 2 blocks, turn left, and you can't miss it. I ran into the same guy.
Oh, go on home. Well, we're getting close to home, kids, and I'm really tired. Rochester, what's wrong?
I think we're running out of gas.
But the gauge says full.
Don't go by that. It's painted that way.
Well, I don't understand at all. Anyway, there's a standard station, so pull in there.
Okay.
Rochester, honk the horn so the attendant...
Jack, look who it is.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Mr. Kitzel! Kitzel, I didn't know you worked in a gas station.
It belongs to my brother-in-law. I'm only helping out. This is my first time.
Oh, the first time you ever worked in a gas station.
Yeah.
How do you like it?
Ooh. Sometimes you meet such silly people.
You do?
Yeah, this morning a gentleman drove in with a brand new Cadillac and said, fill her up.
Uh-huh.
So I put in 582 gallons.
582 gallons?
I could have put in even more, but one window was open a little.
Mr. Kitzel, you're joking.
Oh, my, an ad-lib.
I thought so. Now, Mr. Kitzel, I'd like to get some gas, too, but put it in the tank.
It's going in now.
Good, good.
Mr. Benny, while you're here, how about a grease job? I'll check your differential, universal joints, spring shackles, wheel bearings, and your axle bolts.
Mr. Kitzel, how'd you learn so much about what's under a car?
From trying to cross Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh, well, never mind the grease. How much I owe you for the gas, Mr. Kitzel?
$4.75.
Here you are. Goodbye, Mr. Kitzel.
Thank you. Goodbye, Mr. Benny.
Well, come on, Rochester. We'll drop Miss Livingston and Dennis off and then go home. I want to get to bed. Ah, that bed looks good. Gosh, what a relief to get this high-starch collar off. I only wore it one day and almost drove me nuts. I wonder how Hoover stood it all these years. Well, off with my sweater. Off with my shirt. Gosh, when I tell people I used to be a lifeguard, they laugh at me. Just look at those muscles. How they bulge. Hard as rocks. I gotta stop wearing them in the shower. The buckles are getting rusty. It'll feel good to get my shoes off. Going for the track sure tires you out. Burns me up the way everybody thinks I'm mad because I lost $4.75. $4.75. I'll make that up in no time. One more guest appearance with Bob Hope, and I'm all set. Gee, it's good to get in bed. Yes, sir. Gosh, I'm tired. What a day. Nothing like a good night's rest.
$4.75. $4.75.
$4.75.
475. 475. 475.
Gosh, what a crowd at the track.
Oh, mister, would you like to buy a program?
A program, yes. How much is it?
$4.75.
Oh, is that all?
Jack.
Oh, hello, Don. What are you doing at the track?
Oh, I love horses. In fact, when I was born, my father wanted me to be a jockey.
Oh, Don, that's ridiculous. A jockey's only supposed to weigh about 90 pounds.
That's what I weighed when I was born.
Oh, well, what do you weigh now?
475.
$4.75. I gotta win today. I've gotta win. I gotta win today.
The horses are coming out on the track for the next race. Johnny Longden looks nervous on Correspondent. Eddie R. Carroll looks anxious on Rejected. Ralph Neves looks calm on Ambrose. Jack Benny looks crummy on Television.
I do not. I gotta win today. I gotta win.
Hey, Bud. Bud.
Huh?
Come here a minute.
What?
Who you betting on?
Ambrose. What?
Bet on orange juice.
Orange juice? Why?
And look at the odds. All you can drink for 10 cents.
Hey, wait a minute. You're Mary Livingston. You're not that tout. What are you trying to... Oh, look, there's Dennis. Dennis.
Ah, you're confused, old boy. I'm Ronald Coleman. Now, let's see. I wonder if this horse is worth betting on.
Wait a minute. You only bet on English horses.
Quite. Now, I'd better find out if this one passes the test. Tell me, horse, are you English?
Well, I'll be darned. See, that gives me an idea. I'm going down to the paddock and talk to the horses. Here's a horse I'm going to bet on. Hello, horsey. You know, I bet a lot of money on you. Are you going to win today? Who am I? Wait a minute. You're not a horse. If you're a horse, how come you can talk?
I can't. The horse next to me is a ventriloquist.
Ventriloquist? How can a horse be a ventriloquist?
Yeah, how should I know? It's your dream.
What?
The race is about to start. Make your bets.
My bet. I got to make my bet. I got to win $4.75. Oh, darn it, the window is closed. I'll rap on it. Open the window. What happened?
When you opened the window, the gasoline ran out.
Oh, here's the betting window. Mister, here's $10. Give me a ticket on library.
You got the wrong window. Go back 2 blocks and turn left.
Thank you.
Attention, please. There is only 1 minute in which to make your bets. You people who can't get to the window, follow the electric cord. It will lead you to a guitar player.
Oh, good. I'll get my bet down.
And there they go. Ambrose is in front. Rejected is second. Library is third. And Don Wilson is fourth, fifth, and sixth.
Fourth, fifth, and sixth?
He's running as an entry. Coming around the far turn, Library is first, Correlation is second, Frank Remley is bottled in and he likes it.
Come on, Library! Only 2 blocks more and turn to the left.
And now coming into the stretch, Oh, wait a minute. Correlation is having trouble. Correlation can't see the finish line. His blinkers are pitted.
Come on, library! Come on, library!
And now coming fast on the outside is Clancy. Oh, the Clancy! Oh, the Clancy!
Whenever he got his Irish up, Clancy lowered the boom.
Boom, 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 boom.
Come on, boom, boom! Come on!
And now coming to the line of finish is Guayano, Fisherman, and James Session, and running right behind him is David Niven, who couldn't wait for his guest appearance tonight on Jack Benny's TV program.
Come on, Niven! Run! 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 If you don't win, I'll lose $4.75. I'll lose $4.75. Come on, run, Niven. Run!
Huh? Boss, you must have been dreaming about horses.
How do you know?
You're riding the bedpost.
Gee, Rochester, I just had the most exciting dream. Gosh, I won't be able to go back to sleep now. Get me some Ovaltine.
Yes, sir. By the way, Mr. Benny, after you went to bed, a special delivery came for you.
Special delivery? What was it?
A refund from the Income Tax Bureau.
How much?
$4.75.
Oh, good. Never mind the Ovaltine. I can sleep now. Good night, Rochester.
Good night, boss.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will be back in a minute to tell you about my television show which goes on tonight at 7 p.m. over the CBS network with my guest star, David Niven. But first, here's a very important announcement. It deals with one of our greatest national hazards, fire. Fire destroys millions of dollars worth of property and takes thousands of lives each year. Don't let your home be a fire trap. Make certain all electrical appliances are in order. Don't smoke in bed, and be careful with inflammables. Don't give fire a place to start. Thank you. I'll be back in just a minute, but first, here's a word from the sweetheart of Lucky Strike.
This is Dorothy Collins. Hi, everybody. You know, smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And, friends, the fact of the matter is, Lucky's taste better. One important reason for this is LS-MST. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Fine, naturally mild, good-tasting tobacco. And second, Lucky's are made better. They're made round and firm and fully packed to draw freely and smoke evenly. Golly, that's the whole thing in a nutshell. Truly fine tobacco in a better-made cigarette. That's the whole Lucky Strike story. That's why you can be sure every time you open a pack of Luckies, that you'll enjoy a better-tasting smoke. For smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And the fact of the matter is, Luckies taste better. They're cleaner, fresher, smoother. Pick up a pack or two next time you buy cigarettes. Be happy. Go Lucky. You'll agree. Lucky's taste better. Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. For Lucky Strike means fine tobacco, richer tasting, fine tobacco.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike! Lucky Strike!
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I'm doing my television program, and as I said before, my guest star will be... Here he comes, David Niven. I'll be jolly well seeing you soon. Good night, folks.
The Jack Benny Show tonight was written by Milt Rosensberg, John Tackerberry, Hal Goldman, Al Gordon, and produced and transcribed by Hilliard Marks. The Jack Benny program is brought to you by Lucky Strike, product of the American Tobacco Company, America's leading manufacturer of cigarettes.
This is the CBS Radio Network. And KNX AM and FM Los Angeles.
The Jack Benny program, transcribed and presented by Lucky Strike.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. For Lucky Strike means fine tobacco, richer tasting, fine tobacco.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike.
This is Don Wilson. Friends, think back for just a minute to that last cigarette you smoked. Wasn't the taste of that cigarette the thing you really enjoyed? Of course it was. Smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And many millions of smokers will tell you that Lucky's taste better. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. One reason is fine tobacco. You know, LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Tobacco that is light, naturally mild, good tasting. And another, Lucky's are made better. Made to draw freely. Made to smoke evenly. Made to give you what you want from your cigarette. Better taste. So for all the real deep-down smoking enjoyment you want, ask for the cigarette that definitely does taste better. Lucky Strike. Get a carton and be happy. Go Lucky.
Be happy, go lucky, get better taste today.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, NSA, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, every spring, as soon as the warm weather starts in California, Jack Benny and his gang take a day off and go out to the beach. As we look in on Jack's home, he and Rochester are preparing for this annual picnic.
Rochester, have you got everything?
I think so, boss.
Towels, bathing caps, suntan oil?
Uh-huh.
Did you pack enough lunch?
I put in some sandwiches, potato salad, pickles, celery, olives, and 60 hard-boiled eggs.
60? How come we've got so many hard-boiled eggs?
Don't you remember you were faster than any of the kids on Easter morning?
Oh, yes. I guess I was pretty lucky. Now, Rochester, I wonder if we should fill the thermos bottle with orangeade or lemonade.
I'd suggest lemonade. That'll mix with anything.
Look, we're just going to have soft drinks. If I take along soft drink, it's not going to be used as a mixer.
It's not?
No.
Okay, but when the musicians find out it's just plain lemonade, you're going to have another riot in cell block 11.
You needn't worry about that, Rochester. The musicians aren't coming this time. There'll be just my gang and the kids from the Beverly Hills Beavers Club.
Boss, you've been running that Beavers Club a long time, haven't you?
Yes, sir. The club remains the same, but the kids come and go.
Mr. Banks, do you ever hear from any of the original members?
Yep. One of them, Vice President Nixon now. I'm ever in Washington, I must look him up. He left owing 15 cents in dues. Now, Rochester, I want to take along my swim fins and diving mask so I can practice spear fishing. Maybe you'd like to try it out this afternoon.
No, thanks. I don't want to go down there. I might run into a shark or an octopus.
You mean if you had your knife and your spear, you'd still be afraid of an octopus?
Yes, sir.
Why?
Boss, there's something romantic about having two arms around you, but the mood changes as the number increases.
Look, Rochester, there's nothing to be afraid of. An octopus always gives warning by putting out an ink-like fluid.
Yeah, but it would just be my luck to run into one of those paper-made kind that's leak-proof.
Now, that's silly.
Silly or not, I don't want anything to do with any octopuses.
All right, Rochester, but for your information, the plural of octopus is not octopuses. It's octopi.
Uh-huh.
You shouldn't be afraid of them. They're completely dumb, unintelligent creatures.
Uh-huh.
They have no reasoning powers at all. They operate completely on instinct. Believe me, Rochester, they're more afraid of you than you are of them.
You sold me, boss, but who's going to sell the octopi?
You ever have octopi a la mode? Silliest thing I ever thought of. I just thought of it. Look, Rochester, forget it. You finish the packing. I'm going to call Bob Crosby and see if he's ready to go to the picnic. I don't know why I bothered to tell Rochester that the plural of octopus is octopi. He isn't going to hang around for more than one anyway. I don't know why he's so...
Hello.
Hello, Bob? Oh, Bob, this is Jack. What time do you want to leave?
Well, it's 11 now. I'd like to get going before noon.
Okay, then you pick me up. So long.
Bye.
Who was it, Bob?
Oh, that was Jack. He wanted to know if we were ready.
Well, I've got everything packed.
Good. And, June, I think I'll take along an extra pair of swimming trunks for Jack. You know, I don't want him to embarrass everybody like he did in Palm Springs.
Oh, well, Bob, that wasn't altogether Jack's fault. Don't you remember? He forgot his and had to borrow one.
Well, all right, so he borrowed a suit from Mary, but did he have to wear the top?
Yeah. Didn't he look silly?
And not only that, honey, but you should have heard him trying to explain his tan to the boys in the steam room.
Hey, Bob, who's going to the beach?
Oh, Jack's taking the Beavers and the whole gang.
Oh, is Dennis Day coming again?
Yeah. Oh, you're not still mad at him from last year, are you?
Certainly I am. What a stupid kid.
Yeah, but, Junie,
Imagine him coming up to me and saying, the last one in the water is a rotten egg. I was in over my head before I realized I still had my clothes on. It was awful.
Oh, Dennis is always pulling that trick. Well, if I'm going to pick Jack up in my car, I better call Don Wilson and ask him to pick Dennis up.
Oh, Donald, Bob Crosby just called. You're supposed to pick up Dennis.
Okay, I'll be out in a second, Lois. I'm trying on my new bathing suit.
Well, hurry, dear. I've got the lunch pack, the towels, and everything else.
Well, here I am. How do I look?
Oh, they look fine. Turn around.
Okay. These are Catalina swim trunks.
I know. From the back, you look like Avalon. Really, dear, you should go on a diet.
Oh, but Lois, you know I've tried everything to lose weight. I even went to that psychiatrist last week. He gave me every kind of test. And then he said my tendency toward obesity was caused by my psychosomatic obsessions, which might be terminated by prefrontal lobotomy, provided my alter ego repressed my subconscious foreseen tendencies.
My goodness. What does that mean?
I eat like a pig.
Well, you do overeat, Don. And not only is it making you heavy, but it's wearing out your teeth. Anyway, you really ought to do something. Well, now, who can that be?
Probably the Sportsman Quartet. They're going to ride to the beach with us. Hi, fellas. Y'all ready to go to the beach?
By the sea, by the sea, by the beautiful sea, you and I, oh, how happy we'll be. When each wave comes a-rolling in, we will dark or swim.
And we'll float and fool around the water,
over and under and then up for air. With a small dab of blue, Benny won't lose his hair. We love to be beside your side, beside the sea, beside the seaside, by the beautiful sea. Dismal Beach, that's where we want to be, with the Nell and the Nest, LSMFFT.
round and firm and so fully packed. Yes, sir, it's a fact
that a Lucky Strike is better tasting.
Light up a Lucky, then pop and compare. See how well it is made, and we know you'll declare.
I have the smoke I like, a better tasting Lucky Strike.
Beside me, by the beautiful sea. Beside the seaside, by the beautiful sea.
Rochester, carry all the stuff out in front of the house so we'll be ready as soon as Bob Crosby comes by.
Okay. By the way, Mr. Benny, you know you said I could have tonight off, and I'd like to go to the movies.
That's right. What about it?
Well, yesterday was payday, and you forgot to pay me.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry about that, Rochester. I'll write you out a check right now. You think they can cash it at the movie?
Boss, they can cash my check at the popcorn stand.
Never mind. Now, let's get this stuff out in front of the house, and I'll help you. All of it. That's it. Now, let's pile it all up here by the curb. Do we have everything, Rochester?
Let's see what's here. The thermos jug, lunch basket, plates, towels, extra bathing suits.
Then we got the bathing caps, the swim fins, surfboard, beach umbrella.
Portable stove, coffee pot, and beach chairs.
Yeah. Gee, it makes quite a pile here on the sidewalk.
Mr. Benny, they're evicting you.
Why, Mr. Kitzel! No, Mr. Kitzel, I'm not being evicted. We're just preparing to go to the beach.
Ooh, that sounds pleasant.
Yeah, why don't you join us?
Oh, this I'd love to do, but I'm on my way to the baseball game, and I'd rather watch a baseball game than anything else.
Oh, I didn't know you were a baseball fan.
A fan? I used to play professionally.
No kidding. What position did you play?
Pitcher. I was known as Christy Kitzel.
Well, so you were a baseball pitcher.
You know, I'm surprised you never heard of me. In my last game, I established a record. I pitched a no-hitter.
A no-hitter?
Yes.
Gosh, that's wonderful. What was the score?
26-0. We lost.
You lost, but yes. Mr. Kitzel, you said you pitched a no-hitter.
I did, but who did I walk them?
Then I suppose you gave up the idea of being a pitcher.
Definitely did. I became an outfielder.
A good one, I hope. Huh?
Pretty good. As a matter of fact, Mr. Benny, many years ago, Joe DiMaggio and I tried out for the same position with the Yankees.
Oh, it's a shame Joe DiMaggio beat you out.
Yes, you should see what I married. Say, by the way, Mr. Kitzel, you mentioned your wife so many times, and yet you've never told me her name. What is your wife's name? Marilyn, but there the resemblance ends. You know, Mr. Kitzel, you're always talking about your wife being homely. Yes. If your wife is so homely, why did you marry her? Who am I, Robert Taylor? Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Well, I got to dash along to the baseball game. I don't want to be late. Goodbye, Mr. Benny. Goodbye, Mr. Kitzel. Goodbye. Gee, I'm sorry he couldn't come to the beach with us.
Yeah, he's always a lot of fun. Say, Mr. Benny, who are the kids from the Beavers going to the beach with?
Well, they're going to meet over at Dennis's house, and Don Wilson is picking them all up. Gee, I hope the kids won't be late.
Come on, fellows, let's hurry. Yeah, I don't want to be late on my first outing with the Beavers. Don't worry, Tiger, we won't. Gosh, it was awful nice of Mr. Benny to plan this day at the beach for us. Yeah, we're lucky kids, having a great man like Mr. Benny coaches. He's a champion at everything. Maybe today at the beach will teach me to swim. Is Mr. Benny a good swimmer? He's the best swimmer in the whole world. He told us he even swam the English Channel. So what? Lots of people that swam the English Channel. Underwater? Did Mr. Benny tell you that? Sure, he's told us lots of things. Like during his college days when he was at Yale. He defeated the entire Harvard swimming team all by himself. Gee, if he was that good when he was young, why didn't he get on our Olympic team? I don't know. I guess they just didn't have Olympics in those days. I can't believe that Mr. Benny is such a fast swimmer. Remember, we saw him swimming in his pool the other day, and he looked awful slow. Well, it's hard to swim with all your clothes on. Why was Mr. Benny in the pool with his clothes on? Dennis Day came over to him and yelled, "Last William's a rotten egg!" You know, I told my father about Mr. Benny teaching Johnny Weissmuller to swim, and Dad said he probably also taught him the talking mill. Why? Did your father ever hear Mr. Benny scream like that? Oh, sure, lots of times. What does your father do? Oh, he works for the income tax department. You know, my parents weren't going to let me go today until I told them we had a grown-up going with us. Yeah, and they don't have to worry. Mr. Benny takes real good care of us when we go to the beach. He sees that we behave and that we don't play too rough and that we never eat anything that might make us sick. Yeah. Only today I kind of wish he'd let me take a chance and buy a Frankfurter at one of the stands. Me too. I'm tired of those peanut butter sandwiches he always brings. And they cost more than hot dogs, too. Yeah. Say we better walk a little faster. We don't want to be late getting to Dennis Day's house.
I've got the lunch all ready for you.
Well, thank you, Mother.
Now, have you got everything else?
Yes, Mother, my swimming trunks, towel, and my beach umbrella.
Good. Remember what I told you. I want you to sit in the shade of the umbrella all the time.
Must I, Mother?
Yes, Dennis. Enough people are saying you've been out in the sun too long already. And that reminds me. Do you have enough suntan oil?
Oh, yes, I've got a whole bottle.
Good. And this time, remember, rub it on. Don't drink it.
Okay. Gee, Mother, I do wish you were coming to the beach with us.
I do, too. Mainly out of curiosity. You know, I've never seen Benny in a bathing suit. He must be awfully thin.
Yeah, when he puts on a bathing cap, he looks like a plumber's friend. Well, I'm ready to go now. You know, Mother, I remember once you and Dad took me to the beach when I was a little boy.
Remember the fun we had?
Uh-huh. And remember the games we played?
Yes. Remember how we buried you in the sand?
Yeah, and the next day the cop made you come back and dig me up again.
Yes. That's how the expression first started.
Oh? What expression?
Dig that crazy kid. Look, Dennis. You still have some time before Don Wilson gets here. Why don't you sing a song for me?
All right, Mother. I'll do the one I'm going to do on Mr. Benny's show next Sunday.
Vito mare quanto è bello, spira quando tendi mente, con il cuore che tiene mente, cascedato fai suonare. Guarda qua chi stu giardino,
splende esiste sciura range, nu profuma così pino, sinto core se ne va, e tu dici parta Dio, allontana vasto cuore della terra dell'amore. Viene cuore non torna, ma non me la fa, non darmi più tormento, ora una sorrento a me com'ha, se tu dici parta Dio, allontana da stu cuore della terra dell'amore. Viene cuore non torna, ma non me la fa, non darmi più tormento, ora una sorrento a me
All right, gang. All right, kids. All right, everybody. Another 5 minutes in the water, and then we'll all have to come out.
Yeah, we ought to build a fire before it gets too dark.
Hey, what a clear day. You can see all the way up to Catalina. There's Avalon.
That's Don Wilson. Don, don't float out too far.
I won't. Gee, Mr. Benny, this picnic is real fun. Only you should have invited more girls.
Well, who, for instance?
Well, the 2 CBS telephone operators.
Gee, I didn't think of them. No, they came along last year. They're real fun, too. Especially that Mabel Flapsaddle.
Yeah, every time you threw that stick in the water, she'd bring it back in her teeth.
Yeah, and the money she'd save on towels. She'd always shake herself dry. All right, now. Come on, everybody. Out of the water. Out of the water, everybody.
Oh, boy, let's start a fire. Let's start a fire. I'm hungry.
I brought a ball and bat. Why don't we play some baseball first to dry off?
Hey, that's a good idea. Now, the Beavers and I will play baseball. I'll play against the rest of you guys.
Okay, we'll be up first. Junie, you be the umpire.
Okay, Bob.
All right. All right, Beavers. Get out in the field. I'll pitch.
I'll bat first. I'm ready, Jack.
Come on, Mr. Benny. Put it right over the plate.
Okay. Here goes.
Ball 1. Come on, Mr. Benny. Put it right over the plate. Ball 2. Mr. Benny, put it right over the plate.
Okay.
Ball 3. Mr. Benny, this time see if you can reach the plate.
Don't worry, Harry. I'm just warming up. Here goes. I've got it. I've got it. Ooh. Ooh, now I bet I'll have a black eye.
Wait till I tell my mom about this. It'll make her Mother's Day perfect.
Oh, don't be so smart. And that's enough baseball for now. Let's all get dressed, and then we'll start the fire. Okay, everybody bring all that driftwood here and pile it in the center.
Now, I'll start the fire. I got the matches.
Hey, but Jack, we just got wood, no paper to start it with.
That's right. Look around for some paper, kids.
Hey, we can start it with this. I just found some dry seaweed.
Dennis, give me that. It slipped off my head. Now, go find some paper.
I found a bunch, Mr. Benny. Here you are.
Oh, thanks, Harry. Now, put the wood over it. Now light it. Boy, the fire will be going in just a few minutes, so get your marshmallows ready.
Hey, wait a minute, fellas. Who's this man coming toward us?
Where? Oh, yeah.
Well, what's going on here? Are you fellas having a picnic?
Yes.
That ain't much of a fire you got there. You'll never cook anything on that.
Look, mister.
You're supposed to cross the sticks when you build a fire and leave room for the air under there.
Look, don't tell me how to build a fire. I used to be a Boy Scout.
With that seaweed on your head, you look like Father Neptune.
Look, fella, this is a private party.
Mr. Benny, I can get rid of him.
Dennis, keep out of this. Now, mister, why don't you go away and leave us alone?
What's the matter? It's a free beach. I can go wherever I want to.
Mr. Benny, I'm sure I can get rid of him.
Well, all right, Dennis. Go ahead and try.
Okay.
Last one in is a rotten egg.
Doggone, I fell for it again. Hey, kid, put more wood on the fire. I gotta dry my clothes.
Ladies and gentlemen, 90% of all forest fires each year are man-caused. A campfire that is almost out, a lighted match or cigarette that is tossed away, could burst into hungry flames and destroy millions of acres of vitally needed timberland. So when you're in the country, be absolutely sure you put out every fire, every match, every cigarette completely out. Remember, only you can prevent forest fires. Thank you. Jack will be back in just a minute, but first, here's a word from America's poet laureate, Ogden Nash.
Somebody once went through my poems and made a list of the things I dislike. It's a pretty long list, too. However, on the list of things I like, they said he likes good eating. Of course I like good eating. I like good anything. Good fun, good smoking. Naturally, I smoke Luckies. To put it poetically, I hope I'm not a crank, but I've got one foible. I don't enjoy anything unless it's enjoyable. I'm pernickety about what I like, and for 30 years, I've smoked Lucky Strike.
Thanks, Ogden Nash. There's more truth to that than poetry. Smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And the fact of the matter is, Lucky's taste better. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. For two good reasons. First, LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. And fine tobacco means better taste. Second, Luckies are made better, to draw freely and smoke evenly. That, too, means better taste for you. So, be happy. Go Lucky.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike. Lucky Strike.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes another program. And we'll be... Oh, there's the phone. Excuse me. Hello? Oh, hello, Mary. Oh, you heard from your mother? Oh, she got the flowers I wired her yesterday for Mother's Day. Good. Was she surprised when the Western Union boy brought them to the door? Oh, she's the Western Union boy. Well, I'm glad she got them. Goodbye, Mary. A happy Mother's Day, everybody.
The Jack Benny program is written by Sam Perrin, Milt Joseph Clerk, George Balzer, John Tackerberry, Al Gordon, Hal Goldman, and produced and transcribed by Hilliard Marks. The Jack Benny program is brought to you by Lucky Strike, product of the American Tobacco Company, America's leading manufacturer of cigarettes.
Stay tuned for Amos and Andy over the CBS Radio Network.
KNX, AM, and FM Los Angeles.
The Jack Benny program, transcribed and presented by Lucky Strike.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. For Lucky Strike means fine tobacco, richer tasting, fine tobacco.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike.
This is Don Wilson. Friends, you know if you smoke, chances are that within the next 24 hours you'll be stepping up to a tobacco counter somewhere for a pack of cigarettes. Before you get to that counter, think about your present brand. Ask yourself if you've been really enjoying it, thoroughly enjoying all 20 cigarettes in every pack. If even just a bit of doubt creeps into your mind, then get yourself a pack of Luckies. Here's why. Smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste, and the fact of the matter is, Luckies taste better. Taste better for two excellent reasons. Every Lucky is made of fine, light, naturally mild tobacco, and every Lucky is made better to taste better. On the subject of taste, Jack Kramer, America's greatest professional tennis player, has come up with a pretty sound statement. Jack said, "I smoke Luckies. The reason I smoke them is I think they taste better." End quote. So the next time you buy cigarettes, take a tip from Jack Kramer. Switch to Lucky and smoke the cigarette that tastes better. Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike.
The Lucky Strike program, starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, you've probably often wondered what happens after our radio shows are finished. So right now, let's turn the calendar back 1 week. The program has just been concluded, and our little star is on his way to his dressing room.
There's no business like show business. Da-dum, dum, ba-bum-bum.
Wonderful show, Mr. Benny.
Thank you. Dee-da-dee-da-dee-da.
Great show, Mr. Benny.
Thank you. Dum-bum-bum-bum.
Another funny one, Mr. Benny.
Thanks very much. Yum-bum-bum.
Sensational show, Mr. Benny.
Thank you. Thanks. Gee, after 10 years, my writers still call me Mr. Benny. But I prefer to keep a formal relationship. My mother called me that for years. Let's see, what was it my father called me? Oh, well. No business like show business.
Hello, boss.
Oh, Rochester. Here, hang up my coat, will you, please?
Yes, sir.
Did you call for a masseur like I asked you to?
Yes, sir. I called up for one, and he's coming right over.
Good. I can sure use a massage. You know, Rochester, these shows are work.
Yeah, it's been a tough season for both of us.
What do you mean, both of us?
Boss, you only tell the jokes. I have to sit out there and laugh at them.
Well, it's the least you can do. And incidentally, what was the matter with that audience? They didn't seem to know when to laugh.
Don't blame me. I did everything but lead them with a baton. I even crawled through the aisle, slipped their shoes off, and tickled their toes.
Stop exaggerating, will you? Each week I give you a script and point out a few places where you're supposed to laugh.
A few places? Page 9 had so many arrows on it looked like Custer's last stand.
Oh, stop. Now, Rochester, I want you to brush all that lint off my jacket because when I leave here, I've got a heavy date.
You mean you're going out tonight?
That's right. Come in.
Am I intruding, Jack?
No, come on in, Bob.
Well, I just wanted to check with you. What did you think of the orchestra tonight?
Well, the trumpet section was flat. The trombones and saxophones seemed to be playing two different numbers at the same time. And the rhythm section was offbeat.
Well, I thought they were better than usual, too.
And, Bob, did you notice how the orchestra boys kept their eyes on you when you were leading them? They've never done that before, so I guess my suggestion worked.
Yeah, but I felt silly leading them with a bottle of I.W. Harper.
Well, don't worry, Bob. They looked even sillier sitting there with their tongues hanging out. But I really wish you'd talk to Remley, the guitar player. His playing gets worse every week.
Oh, you don't dig it, Jack. Remley's practically given up the guitar. Oh, on all of his other jobs, he plays the accordion.
The accordion?
Yeah, he's making more money that way.
How can he make more money playing the accordion?
Well, he's got a deal. While he's playing it, he's also crushing grapes.
Gee, with Remley, from the accordion came the wine. Just the same, Bob. I wish you'd tell him to...
Oh, say, Jack, there's
hello, Don.
Jack, there's a little old lady waiting outside here. She says she's a fan of yours and she'd like very much to have your autograph.
Oh, fine, Don, fine. Send her in, will you?
This way, madam.
Mr. Benny?
Yes.
I hope I'm not putting you to any trouble, but I would so appreciate your signing this for me.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
You know, I'm from Waukegan, too. Lived there all my life.
Really?
Wait till I show this to the folks back home. We're all so proud of you at Waukegan.
Well, I know practically everyone there, but it's funny, I don't seem to remember you.
Well, no, you were a little before my time.
Well, here's my autograph.
Thank you.
By the way, did you see our show tonight?
Oh, yes. I was in the audience, and I enjoyed it very much.
Well, good.
But I do have one complaint.
A complaint? What is it?
Well, I'm sure it's a very expensive studio you're working in, Mr. Benny, but...
But what?
They've got mice.
Mice? Oh, you must be mistaken.
Well, something was tickling my toe.
Oh, I know what that is. I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry.
Goodbye, Mr. Benny, and thank you very much.
You're welcome, I'm sure. She's kind of sweet, but I don't understand. She said I was before her time. Rochester, do I look older than she does?
Boss, do you want me to testify, or are you making a point of order?
Never mind. Don't answer.
Well, fellas, I better be running along. See you at the baseball game tonight, Don.
Right, Bob. Oh, and Jack, I have an extra ticket. How about joining us?
No, thanks, Don. I got myself a big date for tonight. Rochester, when's that masseur coming?
I don't know. He should have been here by now.
Oh, you getting a massage, Jack?
Yeah, you ought to try one sometime, Don. They're great.
Well, I've had a few, but I really can't afford them.
It's not too expensive. I mean, they only charge me $3 for the hour.
They charge you by the hour?
Certainly. How do they charge you?
By the yard.
Well, that figures, Don, but, if you'd only lose a little weight. Come in. Oh, are you the masseur?
No, I'm just carrying this folding table in case I run into three people who want to play bridge.
All right, I know you're the masseur. Don't be funny.
Shall we get started?
I'm ready.
All right, take your shirt off.
Okay. There.
Well, a yellow undershirt.
He ain't wearing one. That's him.
Rochester, please. Now then, Mr.
Nelson.
Oh, yes. Well, Mr. Nelson, shall I lie on the table?
Yes, face down, please.
Here, I'll help you up, Jack.
Thank you. There.
Say, your shoulder blades really stick out, don't they?
What?
From where I'm standing, you look like the back of a Cadillac.
Look, you're here to give me a massage, not to make comments.
Sorry. Now, here we go. First, I'll put some oil on.
Look, don't slap, will you please? Rub.
You're all right.
Ah, that feels good.
I'll get it. Oh, it's the sportsman. Come on in, fellas.
Don, look, I haven't got time to hear a commercial or a song now. I'm getting a massage.
I know, but look, Jack, the boys heard that you're going on a personal appearance tour this summer.
That's right. I've got my show all lined up. I'm opening in the State Fair Auditorium in Dallas, Texas, June 14th.
Well, Jack, the boys have prepared a number for your opening in Dallas, so while you're getting your massage, why don't you listen to it?
Okay, particularly if it's about Texas.
It is.
Oh, well, good.
Hit it, fellas.
Stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. The prairie sky is wide and high.
Mr. Nelson, don't slap me so hard.
Coyotes wail along the trail.
Mr. Nelson, please.
Donkeys fall and fall and fall. Deep in
Mr.
the
Nelson.
heart of Texas.
Yes, fellas, I'll be in Dallas for 2 weeks.
The eyes of Texas will be on you all the livelong day. So don't forget to take your fiddle. They'll want to hear you play. Everybody rides in Texas. It's the state where men are men. Better take your padded saddle, but Benny rides again. The smoke they light is Lucky's Stride.
Mr. Nelson, don't slap me, Rob.
Throughout the state, they say they're great. It's Lucky's Stride.
You're hurting me.
Finds a pack of fine tobacco. Now you're smoking Lucky. His cattle and the favorite brand.
Mr. Nelson.
Taste is Lucky. It's just a matter of taste. That's why it's Lucky's.
Well, Jack, what'd you think of that number?
Fine, Don, fine.
I love the beat.
You stay out of this. Now, who is that, I wonder? Hand me the phone, will you, Rochester, please?
Here you are.
Hello?
Is that you, Mr. Benny?
Yes, Dennis, where are you?
I'm out looking at houses again.
But, Dennis, you're always looking at houses. You've got a nice house now. Why do you want to move?
It's that real estate agent of mine. For 2 years, he's been pestering me to get another house.
Where'd you find him, anyway?
He's my next-door neighbor.
Well, that clears that up. Tell me, Dennis, is he still showing you around Beverly Hills?
No, this time we're a little farther out.
Well, where are you?
Laguna Beach.
Laguna Beach? Dennis, that's a 60-mile drive. Couldn't you find something closer?
Yeah, but as long as I was making all the lights, I thought I'd keep going.
Oh, fine. Dennis, what do you want from me?
Well, my real estate man showed me a terrific beach house down here. It's right on the beach, and it has 5 rooms.
Only 5 rooms?
10 when it's low tide.
You mean part of the house is underwater?
I found a halibut in the mousetrap.
that's the silliest.
Whoops, gotta hang up now. The tide's coming in.
But, Dennis, you can't.
Goodbye.
What a crazy kid. His windshield's all right, but his head is pitted. Mr. Nelson, I wish you'd hurry with my massage.
Now, hold still. I'm almost through.
Well, it's about time. Wait a minute.
What's the matter?
That oil you've been putting on me smells rancid.
Well, don't blame me. Blame the butcher.
Butcher?
Yes, I use chicken fat.
You mean all this time you've been rubbing chicken fat on me?
Well, what did you expect for $3 an hour? My sin?
Well, that does it. You've slapped me until I'm black and blue, butted into my personal affairs, and covered my whole body with chicken fat. Now, here's your $3 and go.
No tip?
Oh, get out of here. Oh, my goodness, look what time it is. I'll be late for my date. Who can that be? Hello?
Mr. Benny, this is Dennis again.
Dennis, I have a date and I'm in a hurry. What do you want now?
Well, I just wanted to tell you I didn't buy that house in Lagoon, and I'm glad you talked me out of it.
You are?
Yeah, the climate's much nicer here in San Diego.
San Diego? Dennis, how'd you get there so fast?
I flew. You're not the only one who has big shoulder blades.
Cut that out. Goodbye. That Dennis, who does he think he's fooling? San Diego. Probably at home making this whole thing up just to aggravate me. Well, I better get going. I don't want to keep my date waiting. No-do-doom, no-do-doom, no-do-do-do-do-doom, no-do-doom, boom-boom. One last look in the mirror. Maybe I was before her time. Oh, well, I feel great. Might as well go. Gee, I hope they keep my reservation in that cafe. I wonder if she'll like this place I'm taking her to. She's always so critical. But underneath, I think she really likes me. She's so cute. Every time I hear her voice, I get goose pimples. Gertrude, look at that couple in the car next to us. She has her head on his shoulder. Gee, it's a beautiful night. Gertrude, why don't you ever sit with your head on my shoulder?
What?
I said, why don't you ever sit with your head on my shoulder?
What?
Gertrude, you're not working now. Take your earphones off. There, that's better. Move over closer to me, Gertrude.
Okay.
Gee, this is nice.
Say, did you notice a little bump a minute ago?
No.
Neither did I, but it smells like we ran over a chicken.
Darn that masseur.
What?
Nothing.
Where is this restaurant anyway?
Just a few more miles. Let's see what's on the radio.
Okay.
This is station XTMO, the voice of Tijuana, Mexico. And now we continue our program with another song from Tijuana's newest resident, Senor Dennis Day.
I thought he was making it all up.
Quiet, I want to hear Dennis.
your embrace. Here with you, so near to me. Here is where I want to be. The world outside may be thrilled by the treasures that people buy for gold. But I would rather be thrilled by the treasures that I alone can hold. Here beside the warmth of you, here within a dream or two, here for all eternity, here is where I want to be. The world outside may be thrilled by the treasures that people buy for gold, but I would rather be thrilled by the treasures that I alone can hold. Here beside the warmth of you, here within a dream or two, here for all eternity, here is where I want to
Gertrude, we're almost there.
I still don't see why we couldn't have gone to Ciro's or the Macombo.
Oh, everybody goes there. This is a little different. You'll love this French restaurant.
Well, where is it? I don't see it.
It's just down a few steps. We're right here. Here, watch the steps, watch it. See, it was nothing.
Welcome to Musty Michel's.
Bonjour, Michel.
Bonjour, Monsieur Denis. Step this way, please.
Michel, it always used to be so nice and quiet here. Why is it so crowded?
Tonight it is a special occasion.
Special occasion?
Oui, it is the reunion of the Société des Légaux Travailleurs de Paris.
What kind of a society is that?
The sewer workers of Paris.
Boy, did they pick the right place.
Quiet, Gertrude.
Here we are. A nice table for two. I remove the phone book like so, and...
Wait a minute. You're not giving us this telephone stand for a table.
Oh, but, monsieur, we crowded the society.
I don't care about the society. I'm a steady customer. I'm entitled to a little comfort.
Yeah, who would eat at a tiny table like this? I'd hardly be able to order anything.
That's right. On this smaller space, how much could she... Sit down, Gertrude.
But if mademoiselle is unhappy, perhaps I could find...
Michel, shut up, et vous. Avec. This is fine.
While you are deciding about dinner, may I suggest to drink some nice vin de cerise de la Provence?
What's that?
That is cherry wine from the provinces.
Nah.
Well, I could also give you vin de raisin sec de Bordeaux.
Come again?
Well, that is raisin wine from Bordeaux.
I don't know. Haven't you got anything else?
Well, we have something new. Vin de raison de Montpiano.
What's that?
Grape wine from an accordion.
What?
Cresta Remley, 54.
Gee, Bob wasn't kidding. Michelle, we don't want anything to drink. We'll just look over the menu and order dinner in a few minutes.
Oui, I shall return.
Why do you take me to these places? Why couldn't we go somewhere where they have music and dancing?
Gertrude, we went to a nightclub last week.
You call that a nightclub?
Well, they had an orchestra, didn't they?
Some orchestra. A ukulele accompanied by a Hoover vacuum cleaner.
Oh, stop complaining. I'll admit we're a trifle cramped here, but it's a nice place.
Monsieur Benny?
Yes?
I regret to impose, but as you see, we are not prepared to accommodate such a big reunion, so if you do not mind, Monsieur Pierrot here would like to sit with you.
But, Michelle, we haven't room.
Je complimente cet homme. Il a une belle jeune fille.
What'd he say? What'd he say?
He says you are to be complimented on having such a beautiful young companion.
Well.
Elle n'est pas que belle, mais elle a le flair de lilas et rose.
What'd he say? What'd he say?
He says not only is she beautiful, but she has the fragrance of lilacs and roses.
Il sent de poulet gras.
What'd he say then?
He says you smell like chicken fat.
For heaven's sake.
Gertrude, let's get out of here. I came here with my girl.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this critical period when the United States needs all the friends overseas it can get, sending care packages abroad gives us an opportunity to make friends for America on a personal basis. President Eisenhower has endorsed CARE, calling it a person-to-person expression of international goodwill, since each care package is delivered in the name of an individual American to a specific individual in Europe or Asia. So please remember, contact your care office as each care package becomes an ambassador of American goodwill. Thank you.
Jack will be back in just a minute, but first, a word to cigarette smokers.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. For Lucky Strike means fine tobacco, richer tasting, fine tobacco.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike.
Friends, when you buy a pack of Luckies, when you unravel the red cellophane tab and take out a cigarette and light up, well, you'll be enjoying a cigarette that tastes as fresh as the day it was made. That's because every pack of Luckies is extra tightly sealed to keep in the freshness, the better taste that has made Luckies so popular with millions of smokers. You see, the makers of Luckies know, just as you do, that smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. That's why they do everything humanly possible to keep Luckies better tasting. That's why fine tobacco goes into every Lucky Strike. LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Fine, light, naturally mild tobacco. Because they are made better, made round and firm and fully packed, to draw freely, to smoke evenly. So for a better tasting, fresher tasting cigarette, be happy. Go Lucky. Make your next carton Lucky Strike.
Be happy, go lucky, get better taste today.
Did you have a good time, boss?
Not bad, Rochester. The food was good, but the restaurant is so far out. I'll get it. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Benny. This is Dennis again. I want to find out what time rehearsal is.
Dennis, where are you?
I'm at home.
Oh, you finally got home, huh? Well, Dennis, the first rehearsal will be at 10 o'clock in the morning. Then we have a dress rehearsal.
Excuse me, Mr. Benny. I got to go. I think my mother's cooking dinner for me.
You think?
Yeah, I smell chicken fat.
Over the phone? Good night, folks.
Jack Benny program is written by Sam Perrin, Milt Joseph Burke, George Balzer, John Tackerberry, Al Gordon, Al Goldman, and produced and transcribed by Hilliard Marks. The Jack Benny program is brought to you by Lucky Strike, product of the American Tobacco Company, America's leading manufacturer of cigarettes.
This is the CBS Radio Network. KNX Radio, Los Angeles.
The Jack Benny program, transcribed and presented by Lucky Strike.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. For Lucky Strike means fine tobacco, richer tasting, fine tobacco.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike.
This is Don Wilson, friends. Why do you smoke cigarettes? Think it over a minute, and you'll agree that you smoke simply to enjoy the taste of a cigarette. Sure, smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And the fact of the matter is, Lucky's taste better. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky's do taste better, and for two important reasons. One, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Light, naturally mild, good-tasting tobacco. Second, Lucky's are actually made better, made round and firm and fully packed to draw freely and smoke evenly. Yes, fine tobacco in a better-made cigarette will give you better taste every single time. So if you go along that smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste, then be happy. Go Lucky. Because the fact of the matter is, Lucky's taste better. Get a carton of Lucky Strike and see for yourself.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight Jack Benny does another television show with his guest star, Bob Hope. But right now, we'd like to take you back to yesterday to the office of a prominent dentist. Sitting in the dentist chair, even as you and I, is our little star, Jack Benny.
For heaven's sakes, Doctor, how much longer will you have to use that drill?
I'm almost done, Mr. Benny.
Thank goodness.
There we are, all finished. Now let's slip them in your mouth and see how they fit.
Okay. Say, isn't there some way you can make this removable bridge permanent?
Well, I'm afraid not. Why? Don't you like removable bridges?
Oh, they're all right, but sometimes I sneeze. You see, that comes loose. You know?
Well, we'll fix it next time. Say, I just read in one of the papers that Bob Hope is going to be your guest star on your TV show.
That's right.
You know, Bob is one of my patients. And so's Bing Crosby.
Really?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I had quite an unusual experience with Bing the last time he was here.
What happened?
I was drilling on one of his molars and struck oil. Now, let's see, about your next appointment. How about 2 in the afternoon, June 14th?
June? Oh, I can't come on June 14th.
Why not?
Well, Doctor, have you any patients out in your waiting room?
Yes, quite a few.
Good. Open the door, will you, to the waiting room?
Well, all right.
I can't come here on June 14th because that's the day I open my personal appearance tour at the State Fair Auditorium in Dallas, Texas. There's no sense wasting the plug, Doctor. One of your patients may be in Dallas at the time, you see. I'll call you when I get back.
Okay. Goodbye, Mr. Benny.
It'll be fun, making a personal appearance in Dallas. See, from there, I go up north to Portland and Vancouver and Seattle. Then I'm going back to my hometown, Waukegan. I'm not making a personal appearance there, but they're having a testimonial in my honor. They're naming a sewer after me. It's supposed to be a subway, but the plumber hooked it up wrong. Oh, well. Gee, it's such a nice day, I think I'll walk home. So lovely out. Fairy tales do come true. It can happen to you if you're young at heart. Dee-da-da-dum-boo. You can have a good time if you stay 39 and you're young at heart. I can go to extremes with impossible schemes. Think of Marilyn Monroe, though it's only in dreams. I'd like to hug and kiss her every single day, unless DiMaggio is there or on his way. Did-a-do, did-a-do. See, that's a great record that Frank Sinatra made of that song. See, I'll never forget the first time I heard Sinatra on a record. He looked so comfortable lying there between the grooves. Dee-da-dum, dee-da-dum, dee-da-dum-dum. See, I've been walking fast. I'm almost to Beverly Hills. I'm glad I live here. Beverly Hills must be the classiest community in the whole world. Yep, there's a sign. You are now entering Beverly Hills. Gee, these rugs on the sidewalks are nice. I think Howard Hughes lives around here. Oh, yes, there's his house. Gosh, his yard looks beautiful. Ah, and it smells good, too. I wonder why it smells so... Oh, yes, now I remember. He waters his lawn with my sin. Gosh, Beverly Hills must have the classiest residential district in the whole world. There goes the good humor man. I don't know. Sometimes I think that Beverly is so classy that...
Oh, hello, Mr. Benny.
Huh? Oh, hello, Dennis.
I was just over your house, but you weren't home.
I know. I was at my dentist.
Gee, what a coincidence.
Oh, were you at the dentist today?
No, my optometrist.
Oh, Dennis, are you getting eyeglasses?
Yes, sir.
Oh. Are you nearsighted?
No.
Farsighted?
No.
Oh, then you have a...
Astigmatism?
Yes.
No.
Then why in the world are you getting glasses?
To keep my mother from hitting me.
You mean your mother's mad at you again?
Uh-huh.
What happened this time?
Well, on one of my television programs, I'm supposed to be a magician, so I decided to practice up some magic tricks last week.
What kind of trick were you practicing?
You know, the famous one where you make an elephant disappear.
But, Dennis, that trick takes years of practice. You can't make an elephant disappear.
I know, and boy, is our living room crowded.
Dennis, you have an elephant in your living room?
Yeah, for 6 days.
How can an elephant stay in a house that long?
He brought his trunk.
Dennis, come here a minute.
Yes, sir.
Ouch! Now, Dennis, don't ever pull such an old corny gag on me. I don't mind.
Sure, now, what's going on here?
There's nothing, officer, nothing. Just a personal...
Now, don't tell me it's nothing. I saw you slap the lad.
Yeah, and for no reason. All I did was tell him that an elephant has been living at my house for a week.
Oh, no, wait a minute. No. How in the world could an elephant stay in the house for a week?
He brought his trunk. You shouldn't have slapped me. He's the one that said that.
Oh.
Now, come on, Dennis, let's go. You're always causing trouble.
But do you want to hear the song I'm going to do on the program Sunday, Mr. Benny?
Not here on the street. Anyway, I want to give you some advice.
Yes, sir.
Dennis, since you apparently have so much time that you can walk around annoying people on the street, why don't you try to better yourself?
Well, what do you mean?
Well, go to the library, get some books, read the newspapers and magazines. Find out what's going on in the world.
I don't have to waste my time reading magazines and newspapers.
Well, then how do you get information?
I dial 113.
Dennis, sing.
But you said not on the street.
I don't care what I said. I'd rather hear you sing than talk. Now go ahead.
That's right.
So sweet that I repeat means I adore you. Amor, amor, my love. Would you deny this heart that I have placed before you? I can't find another word with meaning so clear. My lips try to whisper sweeter things in your ear, but somehow or other nothing sounds quite so dear as this soft caressing word I know. Amor, amor, my love. When you're away, there is no day, and nights are lonely. Amor, amor, my love. Make life divine, say you'll be mine, and love me only. I can't find another word with meaning so clear. My lips try to whisper sweeter things in your ear, but somehow or other nothing sounds quite so dear as this soft caressing word I know. Amor, amor, my love. When you're away, there is no day, and nights are lonely. Amor, amor, my love. Make life divine, say you'll be mine, and love me only. Amor, amor. Holly!
Who's that?
It's me, Rochester.
Oh! Hello, Mr. Benny.
Hello. Any phone calls for me?
No, but there was a salesman here from the appliance store, and he left the television set for you to try out on approval. It's in the hall.
Why do you leave it out in the hall?
Boss, this is the new Crosley Super V with a built-in aerial. It's so light it can be carried anywhere in the house.
Hey, that's quite a feature.
Yeah, you can use it at night in your bedroom and then bring it into the living room for the crowd when the Greyhound bus stops here.
Look, Rochester, you don't have to make jokes just because I'll answer the door. You get my lunch ready.
Yes, sir.
Need-a-dum, da-da-da-da-da-doo.
Hello, Jack.
Oh, hello, Bob. Come on in. Bob, why didn't you call and let me know you... Wait a minute, Bob. Where'd you get that wonderful sunburn?
Oh, the boys in the orchestra and I chartered a boat, and we all went fishing yesterday.
Really?
Sammy, the drummer, won the jackpot by landing the biggest fish, so I took a picture of it. Here, you want to take a look at it?
Oh, isn't that cute? The fish is holding Sammy up. Looks so cute with his fin around him.
Yeah.
You know, Bob, I guess it's hopeless, but I sure wish the boys in the band would settle down a little.
Oh, they have, Jack. Why, in fact, Bagby, the piano player, has sworn off drinking. He's been on the wagon since last Saturday morning.
Bagby on the wagon? What happened?
Well, he was supposed to go over to Dennis Day's house because Dennis wanted to rehearse the song.
Oh, and he wanted Charlie to accompany him on the piano.
Mm-hmm. When he got over to Dennis's, he rang the bell, and an elephant answered the door.
Oh, yes, I know about that. An elephant's been living there for the past 7 days.
Wait a minute now, Jack. You're kidding. Now, how in the world could an elephant live in the house for a week?
Ask me that again, Bob.
Well, ask you what?
How can an elephant live in a house for a week?
He brought his trunk. I ran into Dennis, too.
How do I always get trapped into these things? Why does it always have to happen to me? Once, just once, Coming. Oh, my goodness. How did this ever escape from Dennis's... Oh, it's you, Don. Don, come on in.
Jack, what in the world are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. Let's go in the living room. Bob Crosby is there.
Oh, good. He'll want to watch it, too.
Watch what?
The Sportsman Quartet are doing a guest shot on television. Oh, hi, Bob.
Hello, Don.
What time does this program go on?
Oh, just a few minutes now. Where's your television set, Jack?
Right here. It's the new Crosley. I'm trying it out on approval.
You've had me that way for the last 20 years.
Well, when you prove that you're good, I'll hire you. You know, sometimes... Achoo!
Good night, Jack.
Hey, Don, when did you join the Elks?
Those are mine. Darn that Dennis. Hey, I better turn on the set and let it warm up.
Mr. Benny, your lunch is ready.
Hold a minute, Rochester. I want to watch something on television. Oh, there's a picture coming on now.
Hey, it's nice and clear.
Yeah, I'll turn up the sound.
Don't want no loving, don't want no kissing, don't want no gal to call me honey. Don't want my name in the Hall of Fame, just want a big fat pile of money.
Give me that almighty dollar for that lettuce, hear me holler. Give me buckets full of ducats and let me walk around and waller. In the Zuma El Dinero, I want to be a millionaire.
Give me money, 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 money.
I want that long green ammunition. That's the stuff for which I'm a wishing. Fill my closets with deposits. I'm a demon at addition. Give me shekels, give me pesos. Let me see their smiling faces.
Give me money, 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 money. I want to get me a suit that's made out of loot and whistle the wearing of the green.
I've got that monetary itis, like to be just like King Midas.
I want that golden touch is what I mean.
Give me that old double eagle. Want a tender that is legal and financially, substantially any sum I can inveigle. Want to live in regal splendor with that love and legal tender.
Give me money, 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 money.
And when the time comes for smoking, you will know that I'm not joking when I say there's really nothing that can please me more than puffin' about that cigarette that's super. It's a regular super duper.
Give me luckies, 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 luckies.
I want a smoke I know is cleaner. That is kind for which I'm keener. Make it fresh and better tasting. And there's nothing that I'll be wasting, so I've come to this conclusion. And the brand that I am using
is a lucky, 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 lucky. I want a smooth cigarette, the best I can get. Tobacco that's always light and fine.
The only smoke for which I'm caring, I've been tearing and comparing.
It's LSMFT I'm calling mine.
Give me that deep down smoking pleasure. That's a treasure I can measure. Give me better taste than Lucky's. Let me smoke 'em at my leisure. 'Cause there's really nothing finer than that smoke from Carolina.
Give me Lucky's, 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 Lucky's. Give me Lucky's fine.
Now, Jackson, if you'll break the seal on that new pack of Lucky's, we'll go on from here.
That was wonderful. I'm glad you let me know the boys were on.
I thought you'd want to see them.
Here's your lunch, Mr. Benny.
Thanks. Yeah, it looks delicious. Oh, Rochester, you forgot something. Get me a napkin.
I'm sorry, but I just washed them and they're not dry yet.
Oh. Well, get me a paper napkin.
They're not dry yet either.
Oh.
Say, Jack, we'll be off the air in a couple of weeks, and I wonder where you going for your vacation this summer.
Oh, I guess after I finish all my personal appearances, I'll probably go to Las Vegas for a couple of weeks.
Oh, now, Jack, you wouldn't go back there after what happened last time.
Look, Don, I don't want to hear
what
about
happened
that.
last time?
Nothing happened.
Nothing?
Come on, Jack, tell me what it's all about.
Look, I'm not Look, you can forget it. Now, I'm going to eat my lunch.
Look, Bob, while he's eating his lunch, I'll tell you all about it.
Oh.
It was about 4 or 5 years ago, and Jack and I drove up to Las Vegas together. It was late in the afternoon when we drove up to the Flamingo Hotel. I'd already reserved my room by phone, but you know Jack, he always leaves everything for the last minute.
Gee, it's a beautiful lobby, isn't it, Don?
Sure is. A lot of people here, too.
Yeah. You wait here, Don. I'm going over and talk to the room clerk. Now, this hotel really is...
May I help you, sir?
Yes, I'd like to get a room here.
Well, it's quite an honor having you visit the hotel, Mr. Benny.
Oh, you know who I am?
Yes, I saw you once in the movies.
You did?
Yes, you were sitting right next to me.
Oh, well, thank you. Now I'd like to get a room.
Yes, sir. Now, let me see. Here's one, $250.
$250? Isn't that kind of expensive?
Well, that's not the price. That's the room number.
Oh, I see. It's on the second floor.
Yes, sir. Has a beautifully decorated bedroom, magnificently furnished sitting room, luxurious dressing room, and a huge entry hall.
Well, that sounds nice. What's the rate on it?
$16.
Well, that I won't discuss at all. Now, look, clerk, I've had a...
Jack, what are you staring at?
That cash register. I've never seen anything so beautiful.
Well, that's a slot machine.
A slot machine? Oh, I've heard about them, but this is the first one I've ever seen. How do they work?
Well, you put in a nickel and pull the handle, and if 2 cherries come up, you get 5 nickels back.
Well, that's fair.
And if 3 oranges come up, you get 11 nickels.
Say, that's fine.
Now, if 3 bells come up, you get 18 nickels.
No kidding.
And if 3 bars come up, you get the jackpot.
Well, that's sensational. But supposing I put my nickel in and none of those things you mentioned come up.
Well, in that case, you lose your nickel.
Well, that's ridiculous. A thing like that'll never catch on. Believe me.
Come on, Jack, let's go.
Just a minute, Don. Now, look, clerk, I'm willing to stay here if you'll lower the rates. Let me speak to the manager.
Very well, he's right here. Mr. Benny, this is Mr. Schiller, the manager of the Flamingo.
Oh, I'm pleased to meet you, Mr. Schiller.
How do you do?
Look, Mr. Schiller, I want to get a room and get some rest. I just drove all the way from Beverly Hills to Las Vegas.
Well, Mr. Benny, if you'll give me the keys to your car, I'll have the bellboy park it.
It's that Maxwell right out in front.
Oh, is that your car?
Yes.
Well, then we owe you an apology. We're using it to mow the lawn.
Well, leave the grass in it. It'll make the seat softer. You know? Now, look, Mr. Schiller, I'm very anxious to stay at the Flamingo, but it seems that your clerk and I can't get together. He's so stubborn. Don't you have any less expensive rooms?
Yes, we have some for $5 and some for $7.
$5 and $7. Gee, I don't...
I'm sorry, Mr. Benny, but there's nothing I can do for you. You see, I have no authority to change the rate.
Well, there must be somebody I can talk to, isn't there?
Well, here's the general manager. Oh, Mr. Chappelle.
Yes?
Do you mind talking to this gentleman?
Why, not at all. How do you do?
How do you do? I'm Jack Benny, star of Stage, Screen, and Radio.
Oh, Jack Benny, certainly. I saw your last picture.
Really? Did you like it?
No.
No. Have you ever heard me on radio?
Yes.
Well, do you like me?
No.
Well, have you ever seen me on television?
No.
Good. Now, look, Mr. Chappelle, the reason I wanted to see you is because Mr. Schiller is trying to tell me that the lowest rate you have here is $5 a day.
Well, Mr. Benny, $5 a day for a room is very reasonable.
$5 a day, but I intend to stay for about 7 days.
Well, I'm sure you'd enjoy staying at the Flamingo. It cost $6 million to build it.
Well, what are they trying to do, get it all back from me?
Come on, Jack, I'm leaving. Everybody in the place is looking at me.
Don, this won't take long.
Look, Mr. Benny, I'm a very busy man. I've got a lot of things to do. I'll give you a room for $4.
You're fated. I'll take it.
Well, here's your key, Mr. Benny.
Thank you.
Come on, Jack, let's go.
Just a minute, Don. I have a nickel here. I'm going to put it in the slot machine. Yeah, I hope I win.
Jack, you hit the super jackpot.
Yeah, gee, Don, look at all those nickels. Just a minute, I'll put them in my pocket. Now, come on, Don, let's go.
Jack, you forgot to tip the bellboy who brought your bags in.
You take care of it, Don. I haven't got any change. Come on, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be back in a minute to tell you about my television show, which goes on tonight at 7 p.m. over the CBS network with my guest star, Bob Hope. But first, a word from the sweetheart of Lucky Strike.
Hi, friends. This is Dorothy Collins. You know, I'll bet that if someone asked you why you smoked, what it was exactly you liked about a cigarette, I'll bet the important word in your answer would be taste. Because, gee, isn't good taste what everybody wants in a cigarette? Smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And the fact of the matter is, Lucky's taste better. And there are 2 good reasons why that's true. In the first place, LS-MFT. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Naturally mild, good-tasting tobacco. And second, Lucky's are made better to taste better. Made round and firm and fully packed to draw freely and smoke evenly. And that, friends, is the whole story. That's exactly why Lucky's taste better, because Lucky's are made with fine tobacco, and because they're made better. Why don't you try a carton soon? Be happy. Go Lucky. How about it? Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. For Lucky Strike means fine tobacco, richer tasting, fine tobacco.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike.
Ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned before, tonight I'll be doing my last television show of the season, and my guest star will be that very fine comedian, Bob Hope. Also Rochester, the Sportsman Quartet, and if there's room on the stage, we're going to put in Don Wilson. So we'll be seeing you soon. Good night, folks. Jack,
show tonight was written by Milt Josephsberg, John Tackerberry, Al Goldman, Al Gordon, and produced and transcribed by Hilliard Marks. The Jack Benny program is brought to you by Lucky Strike, product of the American Tobacco Company, America's leading manufacturer of cigarettes.
This is the CBS Radio Network.
And KNX, AM, and FM Los Angeles, where CBS Radio Newsroom Sunday Desk is heard at 5:30 today.